I don't even know what that means. It gets the people going.
Death March. Anybody can get it. Facts. Look. It's either me or you. And it's always me over you. Every day. Fuck your life. Yeah. Brought into this world already addicted. Drugs flowing through your veins while screaming and kicking. Incubator 2 weeks with dope in your system. Taken away from your parents, thrown into the system. That's how the story starts. Imagine how it ends. Your whole world is torn apart. Nobody is your friend. Don't try to have a good heart, but that shit is all pretend. Even the brightest days are dark when you looking through that lens. Take a look. This shit should offend you. PTSD from all the horrors you've been through. It's real. Long, hard days and ill nights. Getting high's the only time you feel right. Real life. Waking up and piss after a blackout. Only homes you know is either jail or a crack house. They all treat you like shit. That shit is all wrong. There was once a time you had dreams. That shit is all gone. Cause you chasing the dragon, facing the madness, trying to replace all the sadness. Risking your life for a bundle, cause you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Shit, but your heart is still intact. How real is that? Getting high just to get your feelings back. Needle holes, rotten veins with the illest tracks. Now you got gorilla on your back.
Yeah, I knew I was fucked. I knew it, and I knew it. I was like, this isn't good, but I'm willing to let everything go for this drug right now. I knew shit was gonna go south.
Wake up, put on your boots and lace up. It's time to rob and steal, make somebody take a pay cut. No, we not buying no diamond jewelry or Jacob. It's time to put that dope in the needle and watch it bake up. Get your cake up, steal your mother's diamond ring. We can buy krills and pills and all kind of things. I know you don't want to, but you have to.
And this gonna be the last time I fucking ask you.
I'ma make you start sweating and shaking. Look, she left that shit right there for the taking. She wants you to have it. She knows what you're going through. Matter of fact, take that shit. No one will even know it's you. It's me and you versus the fucking world. It's even me and you when we fuck your girl. Fuck everyone, they living a lie. Let's forget about our problems, go somewhere and get high. Your brain starts to fry, diseases start to creep in. You wanna get out of this shit, but you deep in. Thoughts of suicide start to seep in. All you wanna do is live, but you ain't got a reason. But your heart is still intact, but your will is cracked. Every day addicted to the pills and crack. Family wants their children back. How ill is that? Now you got gorilla on your back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wake up, wake up, wake up, guys. Welcome to the channel. Salute to my sisters with sense and salute to my good breads. We is now tuned into the righteous fair. We don't cater to any groups, gangs, communities, religions, feelings, or your sorry little emotions. We gonna cater to the truth, common sense, and we not gonna complicate that. All right, y'all? So today we gonna tie it in. We streaming from channels. We streaming from both channels today. So on the celebrity channel, we gonna tie in the modern woman leader. She's the leader of modern woman. She showed them how to get it, how to get the bag, and how to get the look. So it's only right. Remember, I told you, when you watch the celebrities and you learn the celebrities, you know exactly how the average Joes is moving, how the average little hoes is moving. I said Joes, right? How the average hoes is moving, not Joes. For real, guys. All you gotta do is watch Nicki Minaj move, right? Successful lady. Oh, keep in mind, guys, ladies, I'm talking to my sisters with sense. Like the majority of my lives. Majority of my lives are structured for successful women, not for bald head wannabe hoes. Because you bald head wannabes, y'all not successful. Y'all not successful at all. This is for successful women. Because this is a problem that successful women. You know, women that run out there and bite that feminism apple and they go get everything that the man's supposed to have. This is for those women, because those women have this problem. Now, if you're a broke bald head one, you ain't gonna have this problem, man. You're not gonna have this problem because you're gonna match with whatever you pick. Whatever you pick is a blessing to you. So we not talking to you, sis. We talking to the successful sisters, the sisters that went out there, got education, got money, got status, got all this fame. That's what we talking about. That's who we trying to help today. You know what I mean? We not trying to help you today at all. We got no information for you. You're not gonna relate. So save yourself the trouble. You don't gotta jump into my chat and put your little derogatory statements. Mm-mm. You're not gonna relate. You broke. And this is for successful women. So let's get that clear. All right. This is also one of those streams where you can miss me with the, but men do it too. Because this is separate. And I told y'all, men and women not equal. You know what I mean? Men are a successful man will date a bum. A successful man will walk right up in Wendy's and snatch a broke down bunny. A successful woman not gonna go up in Wendy's and snatch who she perceive as a lesser value men than her. And this is the problem with the successful woman. The successful woman, they running into a problem, gang. They running into a problem because with successful women, it's at either end of the spectrum. It is no balance for the successful women. The successful women, they're gonna either get them somebody they could control and manipulate, a bum, right? Let's get it. They're gonna get a bum, or they're gonna be a side chick to a rich nigga who already has a female and they just share it. And it's no in between. You know what I mean? We already went over this. Successful women, they accumulate and they build so much masculinity that they don't match with the men who they truly match with. They feel they need a higher value man, but those higher value men pick women that they can build with. They don't pick dominating women. They pick women they could build with. So the successful woman, she end up buying her own house in a nice neighborhood around family men and women. And you see where the side chick comes in? Because dude is not leaving his wife, successful woman. And this relates to Nicki Minaj because Nicki's successful, right? Nicki, that's y'all boss queen, right? She went out there and showed y'all how to get a BBL and how to look like a Chinese little girl and shit. You know what I mean? She didn't start the Thank you, baby. She didn't start the parsley on the forehead. She didn't start that on the forehead, but she kick-started the revolution of the BBL, of this thick, voluptuous, I'm a baddie. She's the leader of that. She ushered that in, guys. While Beyonce was singing to the single ladies, Nicki Minaj was telling them how they supposed to look. And that's who they went out there. It wasn't no man, because that was the exotic look. That was exotic to us. So yes, we was picking that look, but we didn't tell you to go turn yourself into that. But a lot of the women, they really follow and they worship Nicki, and Nicki out there getting the bag. You know what I mean? Using men to get the bag, and now she got the status. So a lot of women look up to this girl. But then when you look at who she picked to have a baby, guys, right? The woman of this stature. And if I'm lying, right? Where's the lie at, right? Y'all see who she picked. Y'all know who she picked. Y'all know exactly who she picked. You know who she picked. You know what I mean? What make him different? What make him, right, different from this man right here? Exactly, right? It don't make ain't no different. Guys, those of you that don't have your basics covered, fellas, don't date. You shouldn't be looking for sex. If you don't have your basics covered as a man, you shouldn't be looking for sex. That's what God said about don't no sex until you married. For a man, you got to be married with your purpose. You got to be married to your purpose. You ain't got to be married to no female, but you got to be merged in something that does not consist of the ways of the world, bro. You got to be married in that because you can always bury yourself in that when shit get rough. But you dudes that ain't got a purpose and y'all running around here, want this love, want the love that your hell of a mama didn't give you, you setting yourself up. You are free food. You free food for modern women. You are modern woman food, boy. They're gonna eat you and spit you out because these modern women, these successful modern women, these are the backed up women. These women be backed up. They accumulate a lot of masculinity, so they need a lot of sex. So they're using you for sex. Nicki Minaj picked this dummy, this fool, because she felt he had good D. But good D wear off. Looks and good D wear off. That is the worst thing to base your relationship off of. All right, sisters with sense, are you hearing? Don't base your relationship off of good D. And see, the bums got good D because the bums got a lot of time on their hand. So all they get to do is hump and practice, hump and practice, hump and practice, hump and practice. And then when we talk about this topic, right, this ties in to the single mother stuff that we talk about, the statistics that show that y'all sleeping with the same dude. Y'all sleeping with the same man, ma'am. And we could tell because the majority of y'all are damaged. So that's 80% of y'all that'll pick a bum just to control him. Y'all will skip past the dude that's like myself, telling you the truth, gonna help you, gonna guide you, gonna lead. Because men gotta lead. Because I give you one thing, you're right. It's not a lot of y'all don't have a lot of options. So let's stop the cap. So then you're telling yourself with that, I know y'all don't have a lot of options. So if I know statistically y'all only have 20% of real men to pick through, but yet you and still y'all having babies continuously by the 80% male. You know what I mean? The 80% male. Then it shows y'all sleeping with the same dude. And that dude happens to be a bum so that you can control him because you refuse to believe it's you. I told you, 80% of the women had this need to be right. When you peel back the layers, because you know they only know about 5 feelings. They only when you ask them how you feel, they can only tell you any five of them. But when you peel back the layers, 80% of women, and maybe even more, have a need to be right. Because even the good woman, like right, it's way more than 80%. Because even the good women have that need to be right. When you peel back the layers, that's all it be. It'd be a need to be right. Because it's self-validation and being right. Like you get it's like a hit. It's like a hit. I'm right. So when you don't do no work on yourself and you continue to walk around here with this sickness and need to be right and need to see things from one side and not being able to see from two sides, that's the need to be right in you. When you walk around here with that sickness, you're gonna end up picking the worst of the worst. You're gonna pick the trash of the trash because it guarantees that you get that dopamine hit of I'm right. I'm right. So you're gonna overpick, you're gonna skip past anything that's a real leader, anything that's strength to get the weakness in a man to make you right. You pick the cheater because you know that man gonna cheat. And that's gonna give you a chance to come in and be right. You ain't gonna leave him, but you get to be right and you get to go upside his head and you get to pull and you get to engage with the stupid shit that people is engaging with while they in these relationship caps. It's like a dopamine hit for you ladies. Y'all love that little high. You know what I mean? They interviewed Sexy Red and she said something about that. She said something about that. But we're gonna get back to Nicki in a second right here. Let me go to Sexy Red. She explained why a lot of the remember, we're not talking about dusty women today. We talking about the successful women. We talking about why the successful women be liking Pookie, guys. Y'all saw the post in the community tab today? Squint, guys. Squint real quick. That's how modern women walk around here today. This is how they walk around here. Squint, guys, and put it in the chat. What you see when you squint? Put it in the chat. That's what modern women love. They love them some Pookie. They love them some Pookie.
Lil Baby's baby mom. She went viral saying that she likes street guys, guys who have guys who are in street shit, guys who carry guns, guys who are just in the street. She says that they're more fun. And you agreed with that?
Yeah, you said Jada said that.
Jada did say that. Lil Baby's
that's
baby
true.
mom.
That's absolutely true. That's true. It's a thrill. That's all that is. It's like, I don't know, thrills is fun. You know? It's exciting. Being with somebody that's calm and just, don't got nothing going on, it's like, let's do something exciting. Where the excitement is, like, let's get into a fight,
Yo, so your life being on the line every day,
No.
that's a thrill?
No.
Risking your life is a thrill?
No, I ain't gonna lie, it used to be, but it ain't gotta be every day. It could be here and there, here and there, here and there, here and there.
Here and there. You hear that? She walking around sick. That's how they walk around here. They walk around here sick, bro. Think that shit is a flex. They think it's real cute to be dumb and to be sick. That's crazy, yo. That's crazy, bro. You heard of here and there? When it's calm, it's boring. When it's calm, it's boring. Incredible, bro.
Houston, 42,000 new HIV diagnoses last week. Keep listening to Sexy Red. Bow, bow, bow. Keep listening to the City Girls. See, what they won't tell you, that this is the dark side that comes with this lifestyle that they promote. What Megan Thee Stallion said, I don't want to be saved, don't save me. See, I got enough wisdom to know there are some women who don't want to be saved. They don't want the wisdom, the knowledge, the education. They just want to be picked. They just want to be sexualized. The Bible calls them a reprobate mind. So I don't know about y'all, but I'm going to stay in my Bible and I'm going to stay in my bed and I'm going to stay out the way. Because God's way is the safest. And I guarantee you, about 70% of those new diagnoses are Gen Z, 27 and below. This hypersexual agenda that's being pushed through our media and our music and our TV shows is ruining a lot of people's lives and is demonic, affecting our younger generation, and is putting this pressure on them to have a certain image.
Where's the lie? Where the lie? So let's get into it, gang. Rapper Nicki Minaj proves masculine black women desire homeless men. They do, bro. They do. And when you desire a homeless man, that's a temporary feeling. How many of y'all know that they getting a divorce? Because like I said, they only get these homeless dudes for the D and for the perception, that the outside look. They look tough. These dudes be looking tough and they look so pretty, but they be so weak on the inside. They be weak enough to let them control them. She breaking up with the dude because it's over now. Now she'll be on the market, back to them streets, bro. Now she getting back to them streets because now she finna be the side chick to another rich nigga. I told you, it's no median for the successful sisters. It's no middle. It's no middle. It's no middle. You know what I mean? The guys ain't playing no more. Guys done woke up, y'all. Ladies, the guys woke up.
So I went back home the other day and I was talking to one of my young boys, and keep in mind, he like 16. He like, yeah, bruh, I done gave up on that shit a long time ago. I'm like, gave up on what? He talking about relationships, trying to get married, all of that. He told me his plan was to get a really, really fine baby mama so he could just hit her forever. He said, cause you know, you can always hit your baby mama. And I said, yeah. And I was like, he young, he gonna grow out of that. But I was like, let me hear him out. Basically what he said, and he had a very good point. He was like, he feel like he ain't turned right now. So he was like, if he get a girl and he locked in, she just gonna cheat on him with the right dude, which is turned. He was like, when he gets there, when he finally gets his money and figures himself out and all that, she's only gonna be around for that. That if he didn't even have all that shit, she wouldn't even look his way. I was like, damn, he ahead of the curve. But I tried to talk him out of it. I tried to persuade him. I was like, hey, look at me and my girl. I met her in college. I was in a dorm, eating at the calf, no car, walking to work. And she held it down. She was still fucking with me, and we came up together. And he was like, yeah, bro, you might have found a unicorn, but I don't want to take them chances. He said, if I want to play with those type of odds, I could just put in a 30-leg parlay.
If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying? What make you think you greater than Jesus, nigga?
Yeah, and he was 16. That's what make it crazy. A 16-year-old is screaming this. That next generation, it's gonna be nasty out here, boy. Oh man. Let's get to this whole hot heap of a mess of relationship that we all knew. We all knew. We saw the phony, fake shit all up and down. TMZ.
Y'all better sit down for this, because word on the streets is that Nicki Minaj just filed for divorce from her husband of 5 years, Kenneth Petty. Fans have been begging her to dump Kenneth for years now, but this situation is actually a hot mess because allegedly Kenneth has been putting hands on Nicki and controlling her with drugs. Y'all, it looks like Nicki is sick and done with this.
Oh my God! Now she gonna play the whole victim. Now she gonna play No, man, judge.
Have a woman-to-woman mother moment with you. At the end of the day, women have the choice. I don't care if you were after him, he was after you. It doesn't matter. He can't come in unless you open the door, right?
Wide open.
A quiet taste. What's going on? How you doing? Welcome to school. Welcome to the class of Quiet Taste. How long you been here trying to get my attention? You've been here for a long time. I'm looking at all your comments right now. So you've been here for a good enough time to where if you're a real adult, when you don't like something, right, you just leave. You don't stay. So now I know you got the mental illness that we talking about. You got that mental illness in you that'll have you stay in a relationship with an abuser or with a bum, man. That's why you so triggered, because you've been here, you've been commenting. Your first comment was about 5 minutes ago, and you still here trying to get my attention and put stuff in my chat instead of going to fix yourself. You see what I mean? So you proved my point, man. And you're a bad look for whatever race you is, you're a bad look. All right. This is an education channel right here. What's understood don't need to be explained over here, man. All right. So now you carry along. You carry along on a Sunday fun day. Speak for yourself. Speak for the dudes that you busted open for, right? Because dudes own a lot. And the fact that you can't track it now is the problem. See, you is used to tracking niggas W-2s and they employment with the government daddy, your tag team partner, because you black women are the right hand of white supremacy. So you could go hit them up and see how much the fellas is making. But there's so many brothers, there's so many kings making passive income. Man, passive income is that income that you can't track. You know that? So because you can't track it, don't mean black men ain't building it, dummy. So come on with it. Come on with it, my sister. You're going to learn something today. Just because you sleep with broke down roach brothers who can't afford to get you nothing, or just because you on public assistance and the government only giving you $25, even though they take about $400 from your baby father, that don't mean men ain't building, man. That don't mean men ain't building. So who told you that? Where did you get your information from, man? And I hope you're not raising any sons, because if you raising sons and you getting triggered off of this type of information, whoo, you raising a simp. You're going to send them out there to believe only men do fuck shit, when we know it's a lot of women running around here with your mindset. And that's bad. That is damaging. But we're going to get back to the Joan. You must be a Nicki fan. She must be a Barb, y'all. She's a Barb. She's a Barb. She's a Barb. It's all good. Your girl did the right thing. You should be celebrating. She got rid of the bum. You know what I mean? Now she could go be a side chick to a rich nigga. That's it. That's all. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, go get Drake. Her and Drake be all, I mean, maybe go get Drake and they can stop calling Drake a pedo, and then they could start a relationship. You know what I mean? Go let Drake tap.
being puppet situation and being treated bad by Kenneth. And not only did she file for divorce, but she allegedly filed for a restraining order for the violence. Y'all better sit down for this and hold on to your baby hairs because this situation is worse than we suspected. Y'all, the craziest stuff is happening right now in 2024 because the streets are saying that Nicki Minaj has secretly filed for divorce of 5 years to Kenneth Petty. And get this, it's not a simple divorce because allegedly there's some DV allegations and she is allegedly seeking a restraining order against him. Now, I'm not trying to be the bad guy here, but fans saw this coming a mile off. It has nothing to do with Nicki.
That's a fact. We saw this coming, yo. You only got with him for a status move because when you got married, everybody in the industry was linking up and getting married. All of the people that was talking this, single that, do this, do that, all ran, got a man, and ran in the house and did opposite of what they promoted to the little girls. So when Beyonce, Sierra, and this and that was all doing the little lovey-dovey joint, that's what you said. Because it was for the experience. Now that shit is died down. That shit dead. Ain't nobody thinking about that. Now that shit don't mean nothing. So now you ready to divorce and get into the next theme. And get into the next theme, which the next phase of your life is this shit. Just being strong and independent and single. That's the new wave. You know what I mean? So if tomorrow the new trend was get a man, get a high value man, all these women but will try to do their best to get a high value man because they all following the trends. They following the trend. They following the ways of the world.
Nicki really, but Kenneth and his past shenanigans. When Kenneth and Nicki first got married, fans were overjoyed for her because we thought that she was living her fairy tale with her long-awaited happy ending. Their love story got even cuter when we found out.
See, that's all they doing it. All she doing is living for her fans. Now he's not popular to her fans, so she'll dump him because she gets no status for being with him. She don't get a dopamine hit of status for being with him. So it's not about love, bro. It's not about love. They don't love you, bro. They love what you bring them, the status you bring them, what you do for them. But it don't be about love, bro. Now that the fans is now that her clout is like, nah, he make you look bad. Now she ready to get rid of him. But where's the love at if you love them?
Out that Nicki and Kenneth go way back to their teenage years, growing up in the New York borough of Queens. And even more, they were high school sweethearts. They lost touch for a while, but they ended up getting married in 2019 in a super secret ceremony. Fans not only found out about her big day when Nicki dropped a surprise bomb on Instagram, flaunting their Mr. and Mrs. mugs and rocking bride and groom snapbacks. Fans were happy for her, but it didn't really make a lot of sense at the time because Nicki has always been loud and bold with her celebrations, so why did she decide to keep it so secret of a wedding? Although it didn't make a lot of sense then, looking back now, I think we can all agree that we kind of know why she hid the marriage. She suspected that fans wouldn't approve of Kenny because of his very controversial and questionable past, and she was definitely right about that. Back in 95, Kenneth got in serious trouble for allegedly SAing his ex-girlfriend. He ended up doing 7 years of time, and afterwards he was put on a supervised release program from 2013 to 2018. The New York State folks labeled him as a level 2 offender, hinting that he might slip up again. It all traces back to 95 when he supposedly used weapons to coerce his ex into, well, you know, SA.
How do celebrities like Justin Bieber and The Rock generate hundreds of millions of dollars? It's actually not what you think. They make a special kind of money known as royalties.
My name is Christian Mickelson, and I help everyday people.
But there's even more, y'all. In July 2019, after relocating to California when he got married to Nicki, Kenneth got arrested for not registering as an offender. He had to pay $20,000 to get out, and considering the fact that we still don't know what he does for work apart from being Mr. Nicki Minaj, I think we can all agree that Nicki probably paid that fine for him. But here's something that didn't make any sense. Why didn't Nicki nudge him to register knowing the risk? And if that was
exactly like, y'all say y'all love these people, y'all say y'all care about these people, but y'all sit up around these people while these people put themselves at risk. And it's only after that they risk it for the biscuit and lose that y'all want to sit there and cry with them. You had the chance to prevent it. I tell y'all that all of the time. Know who your real friends are. Know who your real girls are. They the ones telling you chill, don't do that shit before you do that shit. They not the ones just sitting there sobbing, weeping with you after you did the dumb shit and now you're hurt. You know what I mean? This shit is crap. And mind you, she running with him. All of this shit that Miss T is painting on him, Nicki was right there with him, defending him, because she was getting something. Remember, women don't care about what men is doing to them. They only care about what men is doing for them. And that be the biggest problem. That be why they love these bums. They love these bums.
Wasn't bad enough. A year later in 2020, news came out that he was looking at up to 10 years behind bars and a lifetime of supervised probation. Now, one source claimed the problem that the courts will have is, okay, I see that, but the problem is just because he's famous now doesn't mean he was famous when he got the charge. He wasn't famous when he was first required to register. He knows what he's supposed to do and he didn't do it. Now, to say the fans were shook about this would be an understatement because everybody was losing their minds. I mean, the thought of the #1 raptress in the world getting married to someone like Kenneth was wild. There was a lot of
right. You got over 2 million women following you, and you go get married to a pedo, bro. That's the problem. That's a problem, bro. So then, how many other y'all women, how many other y'all female predators think it's cool to go date a predator? How many of y'all other? Because this is just a reflection of her. It take a predator to accept a predator. She's a predator. She's a predator, bro. She got that Cardi B spirit. Yeah, she a predator, bro. You are what you attract. You are what you attract.
pieces from fans over this, like this person who said, I wish I felt bad, but I don't. She's mean to other women and she defended her brother at his SA trial. Then you marry this man? You're the company you keep. Makes you wonder. Now, for some context, Nicki's brother has been arrested for SAing his stepdaughter, who was only 12 at the time. Even worse, during the trial, Nicki wrote a letter defending her brother and asking the judge to be lenient in his sentencing. Even after
it's not even looking good for you right about now, Nick. You was on team with Drake, with Draco. You was on that team with Draco. Then you go get married to a pedo. I don't understand, bro. This is crazy right here. This is weird right here. This is weird, yo. But I'm not a dummy. I know how to connect the dots, yo. We know how to connect the dots, Nicki. You with that? You with that? You with the shits? You with the shits? Everybody you cool with is shaky, risky. Nope. You ain't gonna fool me.
After it was proven that he SA'd the girl, he was eventually sentenced to prison and Nicki was left looking embarrassed. So when you think about it, it's not all that surprising that she ended up with a man like Kenneth. It also didn't help that Nicki continuously
Nigga gonna say, J Class gonna say, I'm weird. But this woman right here, Nicki Minaj, not weird. Weird. I could be weird, but only if you say she weirder. Put it in the chat. I'm okay with being weird. But you must admit that if I'm weird, she is weirder. Or create her a new word that's worse than weird. Because not only do you sleep with the pedo, you have a child. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? See what I mean? No value of self. No self-value. Like, I wouldn't knock you if you're attracted to him, you desire a bum, cool. Why mate with a bum and bring a bum baby into the world? Why bring a bum baby into this world, yo? And then talk crazy. Talk crazy about what men is doing, bro. And lead the charge. I knew this relationship was all cap when she sat across from Kevin Samuels and all she could think about. And I knew she was a predator and a pervert then. I knew all of that. The dots all connected when she sat across Kevin Samuels and was talking. He trying to tell us some shit. And all she could focus on, a married woman, is niggas can't make women come. Niggas can't make women come. Wait, so you telling us your man, your husband is having a problem getting you the climax now, the fairy tale and the fantasy and the dopamine hit of being with a straight criminal, that done wear it off now. That done wore off. So now that's your problem. So I knew right then and there. And then when she was on that podcast with Lala Anthony, and they was talking about men and not being able to get the women off, and I hear that a lot, guys. I hear that a lot. But guess why? if only 80% the mentally disturbed dudes is getting all of the coochie, then women is doing it to themselves. Women is not going to the 20% of men who gonna blow their whole back out, because those men gonna tell them the truth too. Those men gonna tell them they coochie stink. Those men gonna tell them everything like, yo, ma'am, you need to do a couple of sit-ups. So they gonna avoid those men and get the men that they control. And the men that they control are the Walmart niggas. Then they have a baby with a Walmart nigga and then want him to be a Saks Fifth Avenue dude. Ma'am, you know you shopped inside of Walmart for that dude. Perfect example. And it's follow the leader. We live in a follow the leader society. Because men supposed to lead. They know men supposed to lead, but they follow these stars and these celebrities. They follow these stars and celebrities. That's why they get so triggered when you talk about them, right? I ain't. This is not a personal attack on nobody. If anything, this is a personal attack on Nicki Minaj. So it should be nobody in my chat feeling personally attacked unless they identify with the behavior, right? Unless they're a follower of the bullshit, like a lot of them is. Know what I mean? Yeah, you got it. They got it, bro. They got to quit watching these idiots. But we going to study them. Because if we study the celebrities, then we know how the sheep is moving. If we study the celebrities, then we know how the bald head roaches is running around here trying to act. Because the bald head roaches, the black women, those are the ones who study these stars and try to make their relationship out to be just like these stars. They run around here like they celebrities. Then you roll out social media. Social media give everybody a chance to get their act on. You can't tell these normal folks, these normal idiots, non-building idiots that they're not celebrities. You can't tell them that. Soon as they sign in, bro, they think they're a celebrity. And they following the leaders. They following the false prophets.
Defended Kenneth against the internet. She wrote, he was young, she was young and in a relationship, but go off internet. You can't run my life. You can't even run your own life. Now, we love Nicki Minaj, but this is not okay. Did she really mean that it's okay to be intimate without your partner's consent because her husband was with the victim back then? It went downhill from there. In July 2022, Petty got slapped with a year of house arrest for failing to register as an offender in 2019 when he moved to Cali with Nicki. And on top of that, he had to cough up a hefty $500,000 fine. And y'all want to bet who paid for that too? Nicki. That's who. Well, we rhyming today. So instead of hitting the road and going on tour, Nicki had to stay home with her man. Y'all.
But that's something she choose to do. She choose to do it for the look. Nicki moving like a full-blown fat girl right now. That's the move that fat girls do. Baddies don't normally do this right here. This is a fat girl move. This is an overweight, obese move right here. Fat girls the ones back in the days in the 90s, the fat girls took care of you. They were the ones to buy you anything just so you could chill with them. Not no baddie, not no chick with a BBL. What kind of game? It's all backwards now. It is all back. A chick with a BBL simping. A chick with a BBL simping. I told y'all guys, y'all better knock it off, guys. Knock it off. Oh, because everything costs. And y'all dudes running around here that lack y'all self-improvement. Y'all be running around here talking about everything costs. Everything costs who? Costs the ones that like the girl more than she like you. You see how she need this man to fit her agenda. She need him, so she gonna pay. She gonna pay like she weigh. So don't believe the hype, guys.
5 undeniable truths about men and women. 1. A woman can love you from the core of her heart and still marry a man who is better than you. It's a harsh truth that many women won't accept. 2. When you buy a used car, you have to pay the price for the damage done by others. This isn't just about cars. 3. How many beautiful women will you find in your nearest mall? Many. But men of value, you are rare. You are the prize, but you are not born as a prize. You have to become one. 4. Drama destroys a woman, but builds a man. That's why her past matters, but his doesn't. It's not him, it's nature. 5. Men come back because they genuinely miss the beautiful thing they had with a woman. Women come back because they failed to replace the man.
It looks like Nicki was ready to pull out all the stops to defend Kenneth, but fans weren't buying it, especially after learning that Nicki allegedly tried to hush up her husband's victim by throwing money at her. I mean, you just can't make this stuff up. When Kenneth's ex, known as Jennifer, spoke up by taking legal action against Petty, Nicki's team apparently went into overdrive trying to silence her. They reportedly dangled hundreds of thousands of dollars in front of her to keep quiet. But Jennifer wasn't having it. She came prepared with solid evidence to push back against Nicki's attempts, even revealing that she'd been in touch with the U.S. Marshals, who claimed to have uncovered concrete proof regarding the events of 1995. Y'all, the drama of it all. And this made Nicki look even worse. She got dragged for filth, with some people making some solid points. This person said, no matter how much you like Nicki's music, it's wrong to sweep her actions under the rug. She's literally accused victims of lying and even tried to buy their silence. You can still like her music, but you don't need a degree in morality and ethics from Harvard to understand that Nicki is in the wrong here. For once, stans need to take off their rose-colored glasses and hold their faves accountable. Now, as other fans have pointed out, Nicki doesn't really have an issue working with men who have been accused of SA, because she had worked with the convicted offender and rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine. In October 2015, when he was 19,
God damn, add another one to her list, bro. If R. Kelly was home, she'd do a song with him. What the fuck?
6ix9ine pleaded guilty to using a 13-year-old in a performance. Nicki quickly defended him and said, I wanted him to perform with me at the VMAs. When I know somebody, there's nothing you can tell me about him. That's just how it is. Y'all, Nicki really needs to get some handling on her social media and her relationships, because she be going off and making herself look even worse. Well, following Nicki's marriage to Petty, it appeared that her music career and album sales took a nosedive. Despite welcoming a precious baby boy into the world, it seems like she put her career on hold to be a full-time mom and stand beside Kenny. Instead of being the public figure she once was, she opted for frequent Instagram live sessions from home. This shift was quite odd and out of character for Nicki, especially given her usual message of empowerment and pursuing your dreams no matter what. But back in September 2019, Nicki very bluntly teased her retirement from the music industry to the Shade Room, and shortly after made the announcement to her 22.2 million Twitter followers, saying, I've decided to retire and have my family. I know you guys are happy now. Well, horrified Nicki fans responded in with devastating no's, and some even asking her why she couldn't be a mom and a rapper at the same time. But she seemed
Exactly. Knowing her, y'all, she probably got married as a publicity stunt to draw attention to her or to cover up something. But it was a strategy. It definitely wasn't no vibe. It wasn't no real vibe. It was used as a cover up of some sort, yo. She, like, if I could, I'm gonna fuck around and do a video on this. I'm gonna elaborate more on this. Cause if I can go back in the timeline, she probably was getting it in with somebody. Was that the battle between her and Remy, or her and Cardi? And that's when she wanted to jump and get her ass married. Was Cardi married to Offset back then? It's just a reason why she did it, but it was not for love.
Determined to be over and done with the music thing to protect her husband. She later relented and deleted the tweet. She also made a new tweet where she said, I'm still right here, still madly in love with you guys, and you know that. In hindsight, this should have been a Queen Radio discussion, and it will be. I promise you guys will be happy. No guests, just us talking about everything. The tweet was abrupt and insensitive. I apologize, babe. In a later interview with Billboard, Nicki backtracked on her retirement plans by saying, I love music and interacting with fans, so I can't really see taking myself completely away. But I want to be open to other possibilities of my life. I do believe it is important to become a woman outside of the magnifying glass. I have to make sure that I'm well-rounded as a human being. And at this point, fans started to wonder if there was something else going on behind the scenes, because she was blowing out hot and cold. This was where where the speculation started that she was supposedly being controlled and manipulated by Kenneth because she was coming off as unstable. Nicki then accused her fans of hurting her feelings by being upset when she claimed that she...
No, he is not gonna throw that coke issue on his man, bro. You a cokehead because you want to be a cokehead, sis, because you get turned, you get lit, and you get creative when you on your coke. Don't go throw that on this man, bro. Come on now, knock it off, yo. She ain't do nothing. This well successful woman, powerful, strong, and independent woman, ain't do. She just sat there and let this man do anything. Come on now, this girl's running the whole show. So knock it the fuck off. Knock it all the way off. She a cokehead because she like coke.
She was retiring. She said, "I didn't know my fans would act like that with the tweets. It hurt my feelings because I felt like the way I did it was maybe insensitive to my fans. But I didn't think people were going to take it, and I didn't know it was going to be that big of a deal. So that's why I deleted it." Things got even worse when Kenneth's 19...
I can't even mess with this woman right here. This is why I don't like this woman. Now, Cardi, I don't have the same dislike for Cardi. Cardi, like Cardi just, because she's genuinely gonna be herself. She's just a dummy. But you gonna get who she is. Like, this woman right here is so manipulative, bro. I can't, bro. I can't with her. I just cannot. I can't rock with her. I can't do it, bro. Stay away from any woman moving like her, any woman looking like her. Just stay away from them, bro. Stay away from them, bro. No cap. Guys, I dropped the link to our second channel, the Mr. Goodbread Reaction. A lot of y'all not subscribed over there, y'all. Shit, I know I can't get y'all to go subscribe because if I can't get 930 people to hit the like button, I know I'm just blowing smoke, blowing hot air. But the link for our backup channel, because if you haven't already caught on yet, we tell the truth over here, and not everybody like the truth. They like to cancel the truth. So I put the link to our backup channel, right? So you can go right in there, click in there. You ain't finna miss nothing. Click in there, subscribe to that channel, and come right back. Or you can stay on that channel because we streaming this same stream on that channel too. So go show that channel some love. Let's blow that channel up too. We already almost at 100,000 subscribers on a Brutally Honest Goodbread channel. So let's go, guys. I ain't asking for your money. I'm asking for your time. I'm asking for your time. Over there on that channel, we do celebrity gossip all day. So especially if you one of those trigger people and don't like me to talk about you, you might want to subscribe to that channel because it's lighter than what we do at the Brutally Honest. See, at the Brutally Honest, we going into the psychology of you. Over here, I break down these stars because these stars is who you got to watch. Once you know how the stars is moving, you know exactly how these fakers out here in the real world is moving. Remember that. All right.
1995 essay victim Jennifer Huff spoke out and claimed that Nicki and Kenneth were harassing her and were also making their friends do the same. Jennifer also claimed that she has been unable to work and has had to move homes because of the harassment. As if that situation couldn't get any worse, Jennifer dropped a bombshell claiming that Nicki and Kenneth enlisted someone named Black to offer her $20,000 to lie and say Kenneth never mistreated her, essentially trying to buy her silence. I remember this detail because it's crucial for what's coming next. So Jennifer rightfully took a legal action against Nicki and Kenneth because let's face it, she didn't sign up for any of this. But let me tell you, the courtroom drama, baby, it's been a hot mess. I've seen my fair share of wild celebrity scandals, but this one is up there. And you know how
she signed up for all of that. Nicki Minaj signed up for all of that. And modern women sign up for everything that a man give them. These men be showing you who they are. And you just go picking them and trying to change them and try to manipulate them so that you can get something from it. But they show you exactly who you are. You knew he was a pedo. You knew he was a criminal. You knew he was a bum, ma'am. You knew.
What you need to do is stop playing. You might have all these crusty, dusty musties tricked, but you ain't tricking us.
Celebs can get into some crazy stuff. But
my name is Lucy, and I have to figure out who I am.
Anyways, Nicki, Kenneth, and their legal team dropped the ball by missing the deadline to respond to the lawsuit. Jennifer and her lawyer seized the opportunity to request a default judgment from the judge, asking for a whopping $20 million. Now, for those not familiar, a default judgment happens when one party in a lawsuit fails to respond, prompting the judge to make a decision without hearing their side of the story. Now, Jennifer was completely within her rights to request a default judgment, but both Nicki and Kenny filed motions to have the default judgments against them canceled. Now, before we can even continue, you need to know that Nicki and her husband were sued separately, and they even had separate lawyers, so they're not bound together legally in this situation at all. But anyways, Nicki's default judgment was canceled, but Kenneth's wasn't, and he is not taking that lying down. He has now responded to the default judgment, and let me tell y'all, that man didn't hold back at all. In fact, he spilled so much tea that even I was shocked. So what did Kenny have to say in response? Well, Kenny also claimed that he didn't respond because he had trouble finding a lawyer. Everyone he contacted charged him crazy amounts, and some even charged him retainers of $100,000. So Kenny, you couldn't afford a lawyer when your girl is Nicki Minaj? Maybe Nicki was tired of paying his bills. Well, Kenneth then chose to clarify that he was not convicted of violating Jennifer in 1994, but that he was convicted of attempting to violate her. He also insisted that the encounter between him and Jennifer was consensual and that he only pled guilty because he was a scared 16-year-old who didn't know what else to do. He then accused Jennifer of trying to set him up to look like a violator, and he was never convicted of that. He also claimed that he and Nicki never asked anyone to threaten Jennifer, saying that that man Black did that out of his own free will because he was friends with Nicki and Kenneth. Kenneth claimed,
Yo, that joint funny to me though. It's funny to me, right? Because I know my good breads. We don't support nothing. We can't stand this woman. But for all you Nicki Minaj fans that sit up here and just slam her man and throw her man is a pedo, her man is a how y'all feel about her? Why y'all still support her? Why y'all still support her? What's mentally wrong with you? What pervert in you? What's the little perv button in you that's activated that got you wanting to slam the man but root for this pervert woman? You know what I mean? Like you get it? You get it? See how that work? Cause we could go to town. We can go to town on Mr. Richard. What's his name? Petty? Mr. Whatever his name is. Mr. We can go to town on this dude because wrong is wrong. But hello. Why you still supporting this woman? Why we not bashing both of them? Why we not throwing both of them against the wall?
claimed that he never asked Black to talk to Jennifer or give her money or anything. He claimed that Black was a mutual friend of his and Jennifer back in the day. And Black asked Kenneth for Nicki's number and then gave it to Jennifer so that they could work things out between Jennifer and Nicki. He also claimed that Jennifer was the one who called Nicki, not the other way around. Kenneth said that he never asked Black to do all this or that he never gave him any money and that Black was probably doing it just so he could gain favor with Nicki. Now at this point, fans started wondering what on earth Nicki ever even saw in Kenneth. I mean, she couldn't possibly love him that much, risking her whole career over it. I mean, it was just all very embarrassing. And this entire drama was humiliating for Nicki. I mean, imagine being at the top of your rap game, but then your husband is getting dragged into some mess like this. Even worse, her name is always being put into the conversation, and she keeps on having to pay.
Absolutely, the sisters is just as wrong as the perpetrator. If he's a pedo, and we all know he a pedo, and our favorite star is dealing with him, that shouldn't be our favorite star anymore. We should not just be able to talk about her man and not her. That's mental illness. That is mental illness. If you have a problem with him, then you have a problem with her. You're a man, you're a woman is a reflection of you. Can't separate yourself now. Why would you want to separate yourself when y'all, you know what I mean? I don't understand how they be wanting to cause separation, but y'all busted wide open for each other. Y'all be meat to meat all day.
You hitting from the back, beating my shit in. I asked you why it feel like that. You said feel like what? I tell you meat to meat. You said you took the rubber off. So I'm throwing it back even harder. You tell me you got the nut, so I'm throwing it back even harder. You got the one hand on neck, one thumb in ass, hitting my shit, beating it the fuck in. Now you nut. You leave the money on the dresser for plan B. 2 days later, you calling my phone asking me, did I take what? I left the money on the dresser for the plan what?
Out thousands of dollars in fines while she's still defending her husband on social media. It's all too messy for a queen. But it gets even worse, y'all. As it turns out, SA was not the only crime that Kenneth had been convicted of or went to prison for. Kenneth pleaded guilty to murder in the first degree for killing a man named Lamont Robinson in 2002. He was originally charged with second-degree murder during the 2006 trial, but a plea bargain reduced the charge. And according to reports, the defendant, Kenneth Petty, shot the deceased Lamont Robinson with a loaded handgun multiple times, thereby causing his death. Yo, so she's dealing with an SA and a murderer? Y'all.
Yeah, because she's a punk. These fake tough women, these fake strong, independent women be the weakest. And they like the dudes with that toxic masculinity. Now that's toxic masculinity. The toxic masculinity that I display is the type that you need. That's the only kind that's gonna get you out of poverty. Ain't no poverty, ain't no escaping poverty if you're not toxic masculine. Yeah. That's why y'all better get you a man that's toxic masculine. But not that type. That's the fake type. That's the fake type. That's the fake type. That's the facade. And she used him for defense. To cover up. And I told you she got that Sagittarius thing. That's how Sagittarius pick their men. Sagittarius, they pick their men like that. He looked tough on the outside, but he's just as soft as she is on the inside. Sad shit, y'all.
Oh, it's too much. It's insane. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison, but was released after serving 7 in 2013 and was on supervised release for 5 years, which means that when he and
Abby, no, don't nobody be mad at y'all. Disappointed is a better word. Don't nobody be mad at y'all. And I mean, nobody mad at y'all. Disappointed, highly disappointed. A little bit aggravated, but definitely not mad. You know what I mean? We getting too much money on our purpose to be mad. At this point, I speak for the 20% of men. You know what I mean? I speak for the men you put in your search engine, not the men that's in your inbox. That's what we do over here. This is one of those channels. If you want a man that you search up, you're gonna come to this channel. You know what I mean? This ain't got a bunch of them inbox warriors on this channel, right? So we're a little bit disappointed and aggy, but not mad. Never mad. We getting too much money on our purpose, too much passive income. You know, the income y'all can't clock. You know what I mean? Y'all can't clock this. Government can't clock this. Passive income can't be clocked. Off the books can't be clocked. So, you know what I mean? We see y'all as entertainment, pure entertainment. And what we're gonna do is now we're gonna put y'all women on blast for the younger generation of girls, because y'all refuse to teach the younger generation of girls what's right. And I say y'all because we live in a democracy, right? So you know what a democracy is, right? So I get to say y'all because everybody ain't got to vote. But if the majority vote, then we all got to go. So it's y'all black women as a whole. You see, when y'all do something good, y'all be like, yeah, my sisters, because we black. I'm black and I'm proud. Then when y'all do some dumb shit, then y'all want to separate each other. Y'all want to separate from each other. When this woman married this pedophile, y'all cheered her like, yeah, girl, black love. Now it's crumbling and everybody want distance and space. Nah, that's some sucker. That's sorry. But yeah, that's just a little clarification. We not mad. What happened? We don't live in a democracy. So what party is our president? What party is our president? Race or X? Because we don't complicate common sense over here. See, you one of them niggas with the know-it-all helmet on. What party won the presidency, sir? Because I'm not the smartest person in the world. I'm just the realest. but I'm not the smartest. So if you know better than me, put it in the chat, sir. But I'm gonna need you, sir, to take your know-it-all helmet off when you over here. All right?
Nicki started dating, he was on supervised release for unalive.
I'm ignorant, but you don't believe but I'm ignorant. So what party? Put it in the chat, my G. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. What is Biden? What is Benden and Carmella? Huh? Mister? He ain't voting for Trump. I can tell he ain't voting for Trump. He ain't like that comment. He was voting. He's gonna vote for Democratic, right? Who is these people right here? Look at this. This is what you want right here. And look, I got it. Yo, how I be knowing? This is magic, sheer magic, guys. Remember, I told you it's psychology. It's psychology. When you go Nicki, you already know to load up. Have already. This is a constitutional republic, dumbass. This is not a constitutional republic. How many of y'all agree with him that this is a constitutional republic, guys? This is what this is right here. We in La La Land. We in Dumbville right now. And you part of it.
So what's on your mind? Oh, Madam VP Harris, I'm worried about the election. Women's reproductive rights are on the line. Our Supreme Court is on the line. Our basic freedoms are being tested, Madam VP. I know you've been traveling across the country. What are you hearing?
Yeah, girl, I'm out here in these streets. And let me tell you, you're right, Taraji. There is so much at stake in this moment. The majority of us believe in freedom and equality. But these extremists, as they say, they're not like us.
They not.
There's a
funny how we the extremists, the folks that's telling the truth, the folks that do not want to be a victim, the folks that want to wait and do the education so we can get the cheese instead of the worm, we them. That's who they talking about right there. You see how they named every single thing that goes with the devil, and that's what they want. They want that democracy, bro. They want that. Let's play that back.
So what's on your mind?
Oh, Madam VP Harris, I'm worried about the election. Women's reproductive rights are on the line. Our Supreme Court is on the line. Our basic freedoms are being tested, Madam VP. I know you've been traveling across the country. What are you hearing?
Yeah, girl, I'm out here in these streets. And let me tell you, you're right, Taraji. There is so much at stake in this moment. The majority of us believe in freedom and equality. But these extremists, as they say, they're not like us.
They not.
There's a full-on attack on our fundamental freedoms. The freedom to vote.
Yep.
The freedom to love who you love. The freedom to be safe from gun violence. The freedom for a woman to make decisions about her own body, not having her government tell her what to do.
They out here trying to take.
All right, so the men should make decisions over their own wallet without having the government tell us what to do. You see it though, guys. Do you see it? And that's how you want your representative speaking. Oh, I'm in these streets. I ain't never see Kamala in these streets. I'm in these streets. The truth is in these streets, and she don't want no part of that. She don't want no part of that. The Democrats don't want no part of that. Crazy. Let's get back to this, bro. But it's all tied. It's all tied because Nicki worked for them. Nicki pushed their agenda. You heard Taraji. You heard your vice president. Let's go. It's the participation award. We a victim. We deserve something. Something been taken from us, but we ain't never earned nothing. We ain't do nothing for nothing to be taken from us. But we a victim. We deserve. You don't deserve shit. Go work for it.
Having someone. Yo, this story just keeps getting crazier and crazier the more we dig into it. And Nicki's out here defending him again, saying that she knew him better than anybody else and blah, blah.
The pineal gland has tiny little cilia, hair-like extensions all around.
Blah. She wrote, when a person is with a ninja that loved them before they had a dime in their pocket, how do you not understand that? How do you not understand happiness versus clout? Now, you would think that somebody with all this history and past and issues and embarrassment caused to his wife would keep his head down and stay out of trouble, right? Well, wrong. Because he violated his probation when he threatened rapper Offset last year. Last year, a video went viral of Kenneth and his friends outside calling out for Offset and threatening to jump him if they see him outside.
That's it. I just spin that shit. Them niggas out, nigga. They go Kanye, nigga. No, it's shot, man. No, it's shot.
And this fool standing outside, you a sacrifice. She's sacrificing her husband for her little beef, for her little internet beef with Cardi B. And Cardi is doing the same. Cardi have Offset stupid ass out there sacrificing it all, you know what I mean, for their feelings. Because they don't like one another. You know what I mean? Exactly. She just was crying about, oh, but you can't make this up, bro. You can't make these up. These women are zombies, yo. They're zombies, and they never stop to go do the work on themselves. They keep blaming man for everything, and they never stop. And then if they don't blame man, they blaming white people. But they never point the finger at them. They still operating on default settings.
There's people walking around out here that are soulless avatars simply operating on matrix programming. They're living, but they're not alive. And they're all around us. They're all over the place. People that have never woken up to who they truly actually are. They simply are operating on the code that they've been programmed and given since they were born, since they were even in the womb and at gestation. The same code, just running on programming, never exceeding the programming, never reprogramming the programming, never editing it, never hacking themselves, just running on the pure code and living a complete lie, believing that they're alive, but they're not.
It's nasty work out here, guys. That's why I say bury yourself in your purpose and go up. Go up. Don't worry, bro. Don't worry. You know what I mean? If they like you, they'll say something. If not, keep it moving, bro. Keep it moving. It's nasty work out here. But don't you dare try to save a hoe. Don't let a hoe sacrifice you, bro.
If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying? What make you think you greater than Jesus, nigga?
Yeah. We outside. Big Zoo outside, nigga. Big Queens, right? Yeah.
It got even worse when Kenneth threatened to murk Offset.
What's up? Fucking money, man. What's up? Yeah. Man? Yeah. Huh? You don't know niggas. They said you don't know niggas. Big Zoo. We're on that vacation. Yeah. You're planning your funeral, pussy. Yeah. Yeah. Always to the street, nigga. Everything, nigga. Let's play. Let's play. What's up? We'll meet you.
This what happened, fellas, when you in survival mode, when you start playing this relationship game, when you start playing this let's pretend we're females and you ain't got your whole basics covered, this is how goofy you look. Cause she gonna get you to do all types of stuff. She gonna manipulate you. She gonna manipulate you, bro. That's the root. You gonna notice in the pattern. We still gonna get to the young man who out here marketing himself. He fresh meat for modern women, for modern hyenas. But that's how they do you guys. When you in survival mode, you sitting there and you focus and you chasing one thing and one thing only, bro. And that's the doo-doo, bro. You chasing the doo-doo.
Got a big old booty, and everybody says she's a fine booty. The booty is where the doo-doo is, boy. Put there by God, that's the garbage can. So how you get so messed up with this white boy? You think the bigger the booty, the finer it is. That's like going to Kmart. You see a big old garbage can, that's the filth. And now we can convince her she wants switching that big old booty and all of that. It ain't nothing but doo-doo in there.
Actually, absolutely.
You there, nigga?
Now, threatening somebody is bad enough on any given day, but why you gonna do it while you're on probation? You just asking for trouble. Just dumb. As expected, people started dragging Kenneth for being messy and accusing him of stirring up drama with Cardi for no reason. Naturally, Nicki got caught in the crossfire too. The backlash was intense, so much that Kenneth decided to share private messages between him and Offset, revealing some type of argument they had as proof. And according to the text, Offset had DM'd Kenneth days before, asking him to pull up, saying, "Where you located? You old men and females business with no money for war. Don't post me either since you a gangster, right? You live in Charlotte too?" Kenneth replied, I'm outside head, ain't hiding from no man, especially no rap man. I'm outside, gangster. Shut the F up, man. You ain't even getting no get back for them guys killing your people. Offset then replied, you a grown man talking ish about a woman? You a P. Offset also said, you guys too old and
These emotional men, bro. Wherever there's a masculine female, you are sure to find emotional males, bro. You roll past any projects in New York City, bro. You could already see it's no masculinity in the projects. This is why they be having the most shootings and all of that. Because it's no masculinity. You could tell. When you roll past the projects, all you see is a bunch of obese chicks with wigs and tattoos all over their body and strollers sitting outside. You see the women all outside. You don't really see the dudes out there. If you do see dudes, they by the basketball court. But the majority of the project consists of big back Donkey Kong women with strollers. You know what I mean? Masculine, just mad masculine. It's no more male masculinity in them projects, bro. And they love them. They love them. And they don't leave the projects either to know what going on in the real world. And this is why we say they sleeping with the same dude. It's way more women than men in them projects, and they sleeping with the same dude. And those are project dudes. And then they playing dumb, like, why? He Walmart. Men don't build. Men don't build. Well, did you ever go outside your projects, man? Did you ever go outside the PJs and try one of those men?
don't be outside. And also, you can think what you think, but you broke. It ain't far from me catching already. I'm not gonna say ish else to you online. And then Kenneth replied, I ain't hiding, my man, get in line. On Offset clapped back saying, get some money. Y'all, not this broke shaming. Some of us ain't got it, but some of us ain't that dumb to be acting like we do and trying to pick fights. Well, Offset continued, goofiness. You man ain't standing on no business or no money. You broke. I could tell. Goofy man. And then Kenneth threw a punch below the belt when he brought up Takeoff's murder, saying, use that money to get them men that killed your partner, my G. That's gangster. Y'all, they continue to go back and forth, daring each other to pull up and just trash talking each other. And then Kenneth and his gang took Offset up on his dare. And they did, in fact, pull up. Now, we don't know what exactly went down between them for Offset to DM Kenneth out of the blue or why they were so mad at each other. There are speculations that something went down at the VMAs that we didn't know about, and that's why they were so mad at each other. And this kind of adds up because, like I said, Offset sliding into Kenneth's DMs was
No. Sarah, I don't know if you're being sarcastic. I don't know if you're being sarcastic. But let me read this clearly. It just caught my eye. Yes, I have never seen a masculine white woman. They don't exist. It's just black ones. Yes, please continue to hate the black woman. Oh, she was being sarcastic. Yeah, she's being sarcastic. Yeah, absolutely. We will continue to tell the truth. Why do y'all say hate as the truth? What are we saying that's wrong? We telling you that the woman here, Nicki Minaj, she is way too successful to be messing with a pedophile, a liar, a cheater, a manipulator. That's what we're saying. We're saying that she way too successful as a black queen and as a leader of a generation of your little girls, right? You know what I mean? She is way too successful to be dealing with a bum, a homeless man either. Like, that's all we're talking about over here. So what's in your mind? What's in your reality? What's going on in your reality that make you think that it's about hate? Is Nicki Minaj white or black? Is she a white woman or is she a black woman? You know what I mean? Because if she was a white woman, we'd be talking about a white woman. But Nicki Minaj is a black woman, right? So why do you want us to talk about a white woman, right? Are you saying that black women are not doing this? Or you just want us to look over there and because the white women are doing it too? You know what I mean? Because we know some masculine white women. We call those women Ronda Rosies. We just did a big back Becky yesterday for your information, since you're triggered, man, and you're ugly. That's all. Say that. Just say that, bro. Mr. Goodbread, can you please mix in some of the white chocolate? You know what I mean? Because you compare yourself to the big back Beckys. You're not comparing yourself to the Hollywood Bonds. Y'all sisters wouldn't dare do that. Your little broke down bald head bunnies would never compare yourself to the upper echelon of the next race. So when you try to tell me to look over there, you only want me to look at the white trash because you compare yourself to trash. You don't compare yourself to the Hollywood Blondes, man. So now that you got me looking over there, you know what I mean? Sure, I'll do you one. We'll look over there. There's masculine white women. We call them Ronda Rosies. Yeah. And big back Beckys like you. Are you okay now? Who asked that? Who the hell asked that? Did you get your feel good? Feel good? Because now we talked about them, and while we was distracted talking about big back Becky, did you fix you? Are you still big back? Right? While we was paying attention, while we was giving big back Becky the work and the information she gonna need to win, did you go fix you? Did the sisters fix them? That's what y'all want? Y'all want us to leave y'all alone so y'all can fix yourself. And while y'all fix yourself, we go talk about big back Becky. That's what y'all want us to do, right? Sorry. Y'all some sorry bald head roaches, yo. That's bad. Y'all's disgusting. Y'all never gonna do better. Y'all don't never want to get better. Y'all don't never want to get better. One of these days, I'm gonna do that too. I'm gonna give all the white women the work. I'm gonna give them that work, and they gonna fix themselves. And then we gonna come back and give you that work, and you're gonna be mad. You're gonna be mad as all hell, ma'am, sis, my sister.
Random. Well, Kenneth's video where he was threatening Offset went viral, and surprise, surprise, it got him into a lot of trouble with the parole board, and he was sentenced to 4 months of house arrest. According to the legal documents, Kenneth was recorded on video making threatening remarks towards a specific individual while in the company of someone with a criminal record. As such, the probation officer believes placement in the location monitoring program will effectively allow for closer monitoring, limit his movements, provide a sanction for his non-compliance, and hopefully encourage him to reflect upon and reevaluate his current status in the community. Y'all, not them telling him to go stand in the corner and think about what he had did. Just childish. Well, the document went on to say, praying that the court will order Kenneth Petty shall participate a period of up to 120 days in a home detention program, which may include electronic monitoring, GPS. When Kenneth bragged about being strapped, he probably didn't consider that he was going to be getting a monitor strapped to his ankle. I have to admit, Kenneth overplayed his hand on this one, because not only did he violate the terms of his parole, but he also bragged about it and posted it on the internet for the world to see. And he got busted for it and was sent to 120 days of probation, while Offset was roaming the streets free. So now that we have established how Kenneth has been making Nicki look bad, we need to talk about the allegations of how he had...
No. She make herself look bad, bro. Stop doing that. Can't nobody make you do anything. Nope. Judge, Your Honor.
Have a woman-to-woman mother moment with you. At the end of the day, women have the choice. I don't care if you were after him, he was after you. It doesn't matter. He can't come in unless you open the door, right?
Wide open.
Wide open.
Been keeping Nicki under his control by manipulating her with drugs. Now, blogger Ken Barbie was the first to spill this tea when he said, "You want to holler that people judge your disgusting husband because they're not used to being loved? But you know who is used to be loved exactly like you? Wendy Williams. He loved her pockets to the end, letting her do all types of substances so he could keep digging in that purse."
Yo, shut up, yo. You Whitney Houston, bro. You know you put Bobby on, yo. Stop playing. You put Bobby on, bro.
While you sit up there looking like an ass. That man is keeping you all drugged up and mixing your nose candy with horse tranquilizers and Ozempic so he can make you more stupid while taking your money and letting you look crazy. Y'all, these rumors have been swirling around for a couple of years now. They have been getting stronger and stronger recently. I mean, take a look at this video and tell me this don't look weird.
They're yelling, push. You're in pain.
She hot.
Then one day,
She hot, bro. He nowhere in sight, bro. She high on her own, bro.
a beautiful baby boy.
I tell you, these people get high to escape they sucky reality, y'all. They get high to escape they sucky reality called life, bro. Money, Magnetism Network says, dude, I love the message you're spreading of truth, reality, honesty, and direct. The stuff today is based on woke lies and misinformation. Many people today are some you playing, bro. You playing, bro. Somnambulous sleepwalkers. Man, that's the truth, bro. That's the truth. You already know. You know what time it is, man. Facts. All right, guys, we gonna go on and wrap this up over here at the Mr. Goodbread reaction. I know it's a lot of y'all. I know the majority of my watchers is watching Brutally Honest Goodbread. Y'all stay put, but can y'all come to the channel? Can you right? You know what I mean, my guy? He put that big ass word in the thing, knowing this is the Mr. Goodbread channel, and Mr. Goodbread can't pronunciate that shit. Mr. Goodbread ain't good. That's Mr. Goodbread's biggest weakness, bro. That speech shit, yo. You know what I mean? He ain't give us everything. He ain't give us everything. God ain't give us everything. Boy, gonna put that shit in there knowing damn well. What's good, buddy? You know what I mean? I know my good brothers is like, oh, fuck. My good brothers like, God damn, yo, they got him. You know what I mean? See, modern women, if y'all get into some books and y'all start learning some big words, y'all might have a little victory. Y'all could get a little victory, a little dopamine hit of, oh, I got one over on Mr. Goodbread. But y'all come in here with them lies and shit. There's two types of liars. Oh, I'm going to drop the link right now, my guy. I'm going to drop the link right now. You're probably on the Brutally Honest. You're on the Brutally Honest. The person that asked me that, you're probably on the Brutally Honest. But I need y'all to subscribe to this channel. This is the backup channel. And as you can see, you know why I'd have a backup channel. Because it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time, bro. So, you know what I mean? And I'm all right with that. See, I prepared for adversity, so it don't hit me. Like, I be ready. I be wrecked. Yeah, you already on this channel. I think what if your title don't say Nicki Minaj in it, if your title don't have Nicki Minaj in it, then you are on the channel we finna transfer over to. Cause I got an interview with a successful black woman who won a bum. She won a bum, bro. We gonna get a chance to see this shit live and in person. That's where we going. Like we ain't playing today. We ain't playing because Nicki Minaj is just the leader of the successful bum lovers. You know what I mean? She's the leader of it. She's the most successful bum lover. And then it goes down. Then, like I said, when we learn the celebrities, we'll see how the regular women are moving. You know what I mean? Of that culture. Yeah. We ain't playing. We ain't playing. Quit playing. Quit playing. All right, y'all. So before I wrap it up, I'm going to let y'all get a chance to click into the link and subscribe over there. You know what I mean? Subscribe over there and then come back. While we do that, we're going to play a couple of videos and then we're going to end it over here at the rapper Nicki Minaj proves masculine black woman desires homeless men. All right? Hope I didn't confuse y'all with that. Hope I ain't confused y'all. All right, so let's go. We out of here. We out of here, y'all. Y'all on the Mr. Goodbread Reaction channel. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for y'all support. As always, you know.
Lil Baby's baby mom. She went viral saying that she likes street guys. Guys who have guys who are in street shit, guys who carry guns, guys who are just in the street. She says that they're more fun. And you agreed with that?
Yeah, you said Jada said that?
Jada did say that. Lil Baby's
that's
baby
true.
mom.
That's absolutely true. That's true. It's a thrill. That's all that is. It's like, I don't know, thrills is fun. You know? It's exciting. Being with being with somebody that's calm and just, you know, don't got nothing going on, it's like, let's do something exciting. Where the excitement is, like, let's get into a fight, you know?
Yo, so your life being on the line every day, to
No.
you that's a thrill?
No.
Risking your life is a thrill?
No, I ain't gonna lie, it used to be, but it ain't gotta be every day. It could be here and there, here and there, here and there, here and there.
Here and there. It's crazy.
Houston, 42,000 new HIV diagnoses last week. Keep listening to Sexy Red. Bow, bow, bow. Keep listening to the City Girls. See, what they won't tell you, that this is the dark side that comes with this lifestyle that they promote. What Megan Thee Stallion said, I don't want to be saved, don't save me. See, I got enough wisdom to know there are some women who don't want to be saved. They don't want the wisdom, the knowledge, the education. They just want to be picked. They just want to be sexualized. The Bible calls them a reprobate mind. So I don't know about y'all, but I'm going to stay in my Bible and I'm going to stay in my bag and I'm going to stay out the way. Because God's way is the safest. And I guarantee you, about 70% of those new diagnoses are Gen Z, 27 and below. This hypersexual agenda that's being pushed through our media and our music and our TV shows is ruining a lot of people's lives, and it's demonic, affecting our younger generation, and is putting this pressure on them to have a certain image.
Yes, sir. Let's get straight on into it. We ain't got no time to waste. I promised y'all, I told y'all, it's a certain type of woman that like bums, bro. And let's get to it. The successful women, they don't have no middle. They don't have no middle. They either gonna have a bum or they gonna be a side chick to a rich dude. Period. Period. It's no medium. It's no medium. They done work their way up. Too much masculinity to have balance. You know what I mean? To have balance. So let's have a good time.
Some people are automatically going to say, well, hey, you know, here we have another viewer that basically is, you know, shooting her shot at, you know, a homeless guy because she finds him attractive and this, that, and the third. What's your response to that? You're going to get them done, so I guess they could just sit up more or whatever?
Yeah, I'm going to get them reduced and implanted because
So you mean to tell me she got enough money to go play with her titties and do all of that? That's expensive. But you ain't got enough money to go fix your mentality to where you can attract somebody that's on your level and not have to deal with a bum. You want to deal with a bum, man. You want to control a dude, bro. Simple. What makes her different from Nicki Minaj? Other than the fact Nicki a celebrity and got the devil money. This woman don't got the devil money, but she done generated money off the devil's plan, off of the feminine. Remember, feminism tells these women, go out there and be the man, and a man gonna worship you. Get everything a man have, and a man gonna worship you and praise you, and he gonna want you. That's not true. And any men that were taught that's because your mom's a feminist, bro. Your mom's a feminist, and she crippled you, sir. She crippled you. And that's what these women want. The way your moms raised you is quite similar to how these women that pick these type dudes, these bums, they don't want a husband. They don't want a good man. They want a son. They want a son friend. They want a son friend. Not a boyfriend. They want a son friend. They want somebody they could son. They want a grown-ass son. That's what they want. They don't want no husband. Somebody they could control. Remember how they did their sons? The sons couldn't say nothing back to them. This is why we got so many passive-aggressive men who can't see but from one direction, can't see but from. don't know how to take two sides, or don't know that it's three sides to every story. There's just one way, just one. Passive aggressive. They let people do whatever they want to them. Don't speak up. Scared of confrontation because they was raised by moms that drill sergeant moms. Scared to tell her the truth. That's what they want. That's why they be picking these weak dudes.
They're like super heavy. Well, let's make your views go. They're like,
what age did the molestation start?
I remember at 5.
What age do you remember it ending?
Well, one of my molesters I had the children by. He kept me close. He molested me.
All right, see, and then we'll run with the, oh man, Mr. Goodbread, she retarded. Yes. Now that explains everything. But that's still not that excuse is not a reason for her not to go see it by herself. Not to go see her. You should definitely be laying on somebody's couch, man, with that type of childhood trauma. Mind you, that type of childhood trauma didn't stop her from getting to the bag and being a successful Black woman, but it is harboring how she picked relationship. See how that worked? It's 2 types of problems in this world. It's the money problems and then the life problems. A lot of y'all forget that you have life problems because y'all so worried. Y'all spend your whole life trying to figure out the fucking money problems. But for those of us that do get to success, then we have a new set of problems, which is them life problems. And you see, you can't throw money at life problems.
For years and years, he was like a cousin.
All 4 of the kids?
Yeah.
If this does develop into a romantic situation, right? How do you think your kids are going to feel about that? Because they're right around the same age as he is.
Good question.
You want the whole world to know how sick you
Good
are.
question. That's going to be awkward. That's going to be awkward.
There's a lot of problems for us.
You've gone too far. What did you do?
Do you think that there's going to be any level of frustration that creeps in after a while with Markel being there? If he's not able to, get on quick enough or whatever it is?
Well, my thing was like, my motives was really pure to like help him.
What's your response to people who say, well,
that's a lie. That's a lie. They always gonna lead with that. I'm trying to help them. Man, you trying to help yourself to good deed. Remember the deep hidden secret. These type of women, they like D. They pervs. They are predators. They are the predators of society. You know what I mean? So she a perv. So she looking for good deed. Because after she done worked herself and accumulated all that good credit and all that diplomas and the education and the money, it's time to release. And they want good deed. And they know that these bums, these humping bums, those ones with all of the time in the world to just hump and hump and hump and hump and hump like little humping dogs, those ones got the best D. You know what I mean?
She's just another cougar looking for some young D.
What's up, YouTube? Guys, if you ever need to reach out to me, follow me on IG at Marcus the Interviewer. Now back to the content.
All right.
What's
up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with the special. So guys, this is kind of a follow-up on the story we did with the young man that, said the base.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I know. Remember we did this video. Remember we did the video of the girl. It was a girl who was dealing with the dude that she wanted. She saw the video that we was watching, and now she wanted the homeless man. It was 2 homeless people fighting. Remember, it was a girl and it was her man. They was homeless and they was fighting each other. And she left her man. She wanted the home. Like, you see how they're bum fights. Bum fights. Modern Black woman bum fights.
Ruby had stabbed him. And so, his video did, a decent number of views. And so here we have a young lady who just started watching my channel, I guess a little while back.
Yeah.
And she came up on
4 days ago.
Okay, so there you go. So just earlier this week, just started following my channel. And she came up on that video. The young
All right, guys, before we get any further and I get toe deep in on these super chats, let me hit them up. Let me hit them up. We got my guy, Speed Runner. What's going on, fam? Salute to you for the 199 joint. I already know what you want to hear. I already know. I already know.
Got a big old booty, and everybody says she's a fine booty. The booty is where the doo-doo is, boy. Put there by God, that's the garbage can. So how you get so messed up with this white boy? You think the bigger the booty, the finer it is. That's like going to Kmart. You see a big old garbage can, that's the filth. And now we can convince her she wants switching that big old booty and all of that. It ain't nothing but doo-doo in there.
And we got Money Magnetism Network. Y'all go check them out. I think they got a channel, y'all, and they might be on and popping with the financial literacy too. So y'all, if y'all go get them a check, get a chance, go check them out. He said, "Gotta go for now, but keep spreading truth and facts. God bless. God bless you too." So this one gonna be on the house, guys. We urges.
Will you please stop balling up and folding up and so we can't even figure out what it is? It's going to be $1 just laid out in there. It's all right. It won't hurt our feelings. We had to go to Family Dollar and buy an iron. To iron out all the dollars because we can't even tell what they are. I work in the trustee ministry and we're trying to go to Golden Corral too. By the time we iron out all the dollars, everything is closed. And we don't even cook on Sunday no more. So just lay it in the plate. It's still going to be $1. Amen. Come on, y'all. Let's just get along. Come on. Help us out. Because we urgent. We urgent. Amen. We're here to serve you. And no.
Man.
Jesus Christ. Who is this? This isn't you, is it? I don't know who this is.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that. But anyway, so you came up on this video, and so you guys contacted me on three-way, and I guess you wanted the channel's help sending him down there to where you're at. Now, where are you at?
I'm in Moultrie, Georgia.
You're in Moultrie, Georgia. All right. So shout out that Moultrie, Georgia, man. Shout it out. That whole South Georgia, man. I love all of my towns in Georgia. So, okay. So you're down in Moultrie. And so you guys, want me to, go pick them up from Stone Mountain and bring them to the Greyhound station and send them on down there.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, first and foremost, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. I can't complain.
Okay. Okay. If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 52.
52?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So she can't even use the "I'm young and dumb." She can't even use the "I'm young and dumb." So she passed the wall, guys. She passed the wall. So you see, this is desperation. This called desperation. This is called Vivica. This that Vivica. This that Vivica. And she ain't got Vivica money though. She's successful to a broke nigga, but she ain't successful like that. But you see the problem, even these average females with money be having 52. God damn.
You're not 52 in the whole lot. You're looking great. Okay. So I guess that's some of that black don't crack. And so okay.
Up. Black don't crack, but it does expand.
And so, Marquel is 30. All right.
Right.
And so, that's a 22-year age gap. And so
it's starting this off as like a love thing or whatever. When I saw it, I really felt bad for him. I felt bad because, like black men have this, stereotype, like they have to be men, they don't need anybody. They just need to buck up and do it. But you know what? Everybody needs somebody,
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I just felt like, and when my first intentions was, I had.
But you wasn't thinking like that when you was 25, 26. You was with the doo-doo. You was with the doo-doo too. I bet you.
Like a friend that helped people, but they couldn't help him. So I was like, I started talking to him, and I was like, well, maybe I don't, I've never brought nobody, like to my home I didn't know, but I was like, well, maybe I could do that. And I talked to him for a few days, and I just thought he was genuine, and I thought that, like, hey, maybe I can help him.
Okay. Do you live by yourself?
I did.
Okay. Do you have any kids?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm imagining they're grown.
They're grown. I have 17 grandchildren.
17 grandchildren.
Oh, she a freak, bro. But you see, that's how you know young brother right here not lying. He ain't lying. And it's probably more by now. It's way more than 100 by now. He ain't lying. And it's some of these in there too. It's some Karens in there, it's some Beckys in there too. You know what I mean? So he ain't lying. And you heard her, she said she got how many kids? Wait, play that back, boy. Play that back. You just be fucking.
Okay. Do you live by yourself?
I did.
Okay. Do you have any kids?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm imagining they're grown.
They're grown. I have 17 grandchildren.
17 grandchildren. Well, congratulations on that.
17 grandchildren. So that means she probably good for about 6. She good for about 6 of them herself. God damn, yo, this shit crazy, man. You can't make this up, man. And you're looking for a bum now. You got 17 grandkids, probably 5 to 6 kids, and you looking for a bum, man. You're a grandma. It's nasty work. Y'all wouldn't have believed me if I didn't show y'all, right? The truth with proof. The truth with proof. So don't let them fool you. If Nicki could lower her standards to date a bum, you know these average sisters is doing the same thing, bro. They can't handle the truth. They can't handle a man, a real man, bro. They can't handle a real man, son. They sit here and talk that because a strong woman she intimidate a real man, and then they go pick a bum.
How many kids do you have?
4.
4? Okay. They produced a good number of grandkids. I ain't mad at that. And how young is the youngest?
Okay, so we got clarification. She got 4 kids. She raised 4 humping rabbits.
Of your children?
27.
27. So right around the same age. So so I mean, right off the bat, right? Like I say, you're an attractive young lady. And so, was there any attraction that you felt towards Marquel when you saw the video?
Well, I have dated younger, but he's not an ugly man or anything. And like if
that's the first thing you lead with is looks, man. You see, the first thing they gonna lead with when they got money is looks. Everything else go out the door. Security, financial literacy, all that shit don't matter to them because they think they got it. So now they just need a filling. They just need a filling. She need D, bro. That's what she looking for. She need young D. She 52 years old with an appetite.
I don't know what will happen because we just don't know.
Well, yeah, nobody ever knows what'll happen. But I mean, what do you want to happen?
Well, I want him to get himself together. He's not the only person I ever helped. Like, this is like my kind of thing. Like me and my.
I told y'all, you can't make this joint up. They do this. Men be showing them who they are, and these women go fixing. They be dating by potential. They be dating off potential. They have a vision of a dude that they have in their mind, a fairy tale. Normally, a celebrity's man, their favorite celebrity woman, her boyfriend, her husband, I should say. That's who she got in her mind. And you not that, but she will shape you and she'll try to fix you into that, bro. And then be on the internet crying later.
For every man, there's a woman. And for every dummy, there's a dummy.
Children will go out to the homeless. We would feed them. I do a lot of things for people. So he's just another person that I would help. Like if anybody.
Y'all always claim, sisters always say, I do a lot of things for people. Sisters, it's about what you do for you. What do you do for you? Yeah. What do you do for you? Because if you did some stuff for you, you wouldn't be messing with bums. You wouldn't be looking for a bum. You wouldn't be 52 years old looking for a bum, man. Do some work. Do something for you for once and stop all this fake nice stuff.
Know me, people will tell you since a young person, I've always helped people and I've always did stuff for the homeless. I used to cook and bring food to like the people in my area, and my kids actually do it. You know, they feed the homeless. Those give people money and stuff like that. So this is nothing like, okay, like he's a dude that I found attractive or whatever. Because I don't have any problem like getting men or whatever. None at all.
I mean,
That's cat. Stop the cat. Stop the cat. Stop the cat. You don't have any problem getting D. You have problem keeping D and manipulating and controlling it. That's what you have. You know what I mean? Because, you know what I mean? People see you and they know what it is. They know what time it is.
We're gonna smash tomorrow night and then we're gonna move on. That's how it is. That's what greatness is. We don't sit in it. We're worried about the next goal.
So you got the tea ties out.
Well, actually, I'm actually going to get that done. Really.
Yo, the delusion. Like, God, you market sex, ma'am, you're not gonna get love. You 52 years old. So how long have you been marketing sex thinking that you're gonna get love in return? You got to market love to get love, man. She's too old for this shit. She's stupid, yo.
Okay.
Actually, yeah.
You're gonna get them done, so I guess they could just sit up more or whatever.
Yeah, I'm going to get them reduced and implanted because they're like super heavy. Well, let's make your views go. They're like, so they're like, like you look. So they're super heavy on my shoulder.
Okay.
And actually, he's gonna go with me. I'm going to get a nose job also.
Wow.
So there you go. You need to be working on what makes you not like you, man. You fit here trying to change your whole. You don't like you. You don't like the person that God created. So you going against the Creator. It's no blessings in whatever you doing. Whatever decisions you make, prepare for bad consequences. Just because your intentions off the rip is all wrong. Your intentions is all wrong, man. How much more work are you trying to get? You got the high strong filter on. This is self-hate. This is the self-hate that y'all be saying I have because I be telling the truth. The truth is love, but this is the self-hatred that the sisters be having in them. It be in them. And ain't no man put that in them. You know what I mean? That go from that first relationship with your parent. Yes. She don't love herself. You see, she finna change herself into a big back Becky. She want to be a big back Becky so bad. Look at her.
A nose job?
Yeah, I go get my.
Why do you feel like you need a nose job?
I've never liked my nose, and I've always wanted a Caucasian nose.
Yeet.
Like children, they're beautiful. Like my daughters, they're gorgeous. They all have longer noses.
Now the truth come out. Now the truth come out. I know this is why they hate Mr. Goodbread. They be like, Mr. Goodbread, where you be getting this shit? Because we be wanting to play like this don't exist. We be wanting to act like you lie. Cause our mother taught us only men do dumb shit. Only men are dummies. No. These women is fixed. These women is hacked, dumb.
I'm going to get a nose job also.
Wow. A nose job?
Yeah, I go get my.
Why do you feel like you need a nose job?
I've never liked my nose, and I've always wanted a Caucasian nose. Like children, they're beautiful. Like my daughters, they're drop dead gorgeous. They all have longer noses, and I've always just wanted a longer nose.
Is your children's dad Caucasian?
Well, we're mixed with Dominican and Black.
Dominican and Black, okay. Yeah, I mean, listen.
But
that definitely makes me feel a little sad because we should love our African features, right? We should love our features.
Yo, that shit is depressing right there because she got the best mix, in my opinion. She has the best mix, in my opinion, yo. She's a dummy.
And I'm speaking as someone that has maybe a nose that maybe isn't as, I guess, right. I guess it's not as like bulbous as some folks' nose or whatever, but I think that African features are just absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. Just to let you know.
But what's wrong with having a preference for what you like?
I didn't say there's anything wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
It ain't about what you like. It's about what you are. Understand what you are first before you go liking something, man. You not even cool with what you are. You don't even like who you are. Yo, this is sad shit, but the men. It's the man, it's the man. I guess he wrong for interviewing her.
So, hey, you like it, I love it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I do it.
So, I've been living with those for 52 years, but it's time for change. I just want to change. Okay. So I do go to Miami on the.
You want to change your look, not your mind. See, that's the problem with modern women. Modern women think because they throw on a new wig, they still not dumb. They think because they get a new car, they not dumb. Like, you got to fix you. Until you get tired of your own mess, you gonna keep messing up. It ain't until you get tired of your own mess that you fix something, that change come in. You changing the wrong stuff. You got to change your mind. You got to change your Holy Spirit, man. And your Holy Spirit is tainted. The things that sit on your subconscious mind, which is your core beliefs, is tainted. It's wrong. It's all wrong, man.
On the 9th, and I stay down there for a week until I get my cast off or whatever. And then I have my boob consultation, which I'm getting it all done. I'm getting my stomach and my boobs done. And it's not to get a man because I've never had a problem with that. I've always had.
Can we see what you look like, just like your body, like your full body?
This is where the stomach, where I just need it to be flat.
Yeah, that's what you need to be working on, man. That's what you need to focus on. She finna this girl's crazy. You want this other dude, but you live online showing everybody the goods, but you want this bum.
That is. I know how y'all ladies like it. You know, now I'm gonna shout out one of my teammates, LaShondra, aka the Lone Diva on Instagram, because she's the same age as you, but she's like a workout warrior and she still does bodybuilding shows and things like that. And wow. Yeah. So that's one way to do it, but I get it. But I mean,
no. I would like to, be able afterwards
to maintain it like that. Up. I get it. Yeah. I get it. Listen, I'm not denigrating surgery or anything like that. So, like I said, you like it, I love it. All right, so can we see you real quick though? Can we see your body or whatever? It's almost like a Kendra Cam. I don't know if you watch Kendra G.
See, my boobs.
We see the boobies. Can we see the booty?
I don't have much, but.
So you about to.
She's one of them badly shaped Donkey Kong chicks for real, boy. All boobs, yo. She ain't even got no doo-doo. The doo-doo is in the front, guys.
Got a big old booty, and everybody says she's a fine booty. The booty is where the doo-doo is, boy. Put there by God, that's the garbage can. So how you get so messed up with this white boy? You think the bigger the booty, the finer it is. That's like going to Kmart. You see a big old garbage can, that's the filth. And now we can convince her she won't switching that big old booty and all of that. It ain't nothing but doo-doo in there.
Yo, the booty is in the front. The doo-doo is in the front of that girl, yo. Oh, man, yo. All that jello. Oof. She got that life preserver belly. She got a life preserver belly. Get in my belly. And these be the ones. She's nice for this shape, because these shape ones be the nastiest, the most evilest ones, boy.
To be boobed up, bootied out, flat stomach. What are they gonna do with you?
No.
You might have this young guy. You might have this young guy here. What? And so at 30.
I was on my other Facebook, so I thought you could see me from there. So that's
Atlanta street hustle, man. You kind of you ex trafficking right now too, boy. On the low, you ex trafficking on the low, boy. Lucky these people of age. He's just younger than her.
actually, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But you go on there, the other one, you probably see it better. For me holding up the phone, you know what I'm saying? Like that, you probably can see better. I mean, it's not like I don't have a book.
Yeah, I see what you're working with. I see what you're working with.
Oh nah, I gotta highlight that one. That's the Vienna sausages.
Women are not accountable for the simple fact that it would just, it would be us women having to admit that we're ignorant, we're dumb, we're slow, and we're easy to be deceived. We're easy to be deceived and manipulated and played with. So if women was to be, oh yeah, I'm accountable for I ignored these red flags. Most women are not going to say where they messed up that they were slow, ignorant, delayed. They're not going to admit that because that's what accountability is all about. Admitting where you went wrong at, where you went wrong. And women are simply, we're just not going to do that because we're not wrong. We're always right. Men are wrong. Men know better and should be doing better.
I see what you're working with. I can imagine how everything is gonna look when everything is healed up and all that stuff. So
yeah, I have skin. Like I have a small little waist. So let me hang up. I have a
Mom, we
huge
saw
little
you
waist.
though. We saw you. You don't have a small waist. Don't tell yourself that to where you start to believe the lies you tell yourself. We saw you, man. You don't have a small waist, man. No.
I have basically the skin.
I ain't mad at it. So okay. So safe to say that if this does develop into a romantic situation, right? How do you think your kids are gonna feel about that? Because they're right around the same age as he is.
Well, like my kids really, they're so used to me like being with younger people, and it's not that I try to.
What that mean, y'all? What that mean, y'all? Put it in the chat. I ain't even gonna say nothing. I ain't even got nothing nice to say. So I'm gonna let y'all say it. She said her kids is used to her. What that mean? Y'all put it in the chat. Y'all put it in the chat, bro.
Because they're right around the same age as he is.
Well, like my kids really, they're so used to me like being with younger people, and it's not that I try to. All the younger guys try to talk to me. So
that's what's. Hey, listen, I tell people all the time, be attracted to who's attracted to you, right? And so I understand what you're saying.
I've had two.
And now we know why she has 17 grandchildren. So can you imagine what those kids saw? And then when they left her house, went out there and did. But she'll tell you, I ain't raised them like that. I ain't raising. They make their own decisions. Sure they do.
What you need to do is stop playing. You might have all these crusty, dusty musties tricked, but you ain't tricking us.
Husbands and stuff. But ever since the second one, it's been all just younger men.
So you've been married twice?
Yeah.
How long did the longest marriage last?
For like 13 years.
And so the last marriage, when did it end?
In 2019.
Okay, so about 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And so why? What was it that made that relationship? Was that the 13-year relationship?
Yeah.
What was it that made you guys break up after 13 years and being nearly 50?
Well, he was like selling drugs and into the life and got me in a whole bunch of trouble. And he's just he's spoiled. And
You say he was spoiled or you was spoiled?
Well, I think I was spoiled since a little girl too. But he was also. And
what was he spoiled by?
His Haitian family. Something about the firstborn. Haitians are really like they really spoil their firstborn, and he would do everything. I mean, like just get their money and
I get it, but you were with him for 13 years, and it sounds like y'all don't have any kids together.
No, we did. I had all my children by the first.
Right. So then, I mean, so then, why after 13 years decide that this isn't a good thing or whatever?
Well, he was abusive. I mean, like I said, sold drugs and he did a lot of stuff. He takes some people up, owe him money in a hotel. He beat this white woman half to death. And
you saw this stuff, or you just heard about it?
Oh no, this is fact. This is like facts. He did all those things.
So you was with the plug?
Oh yeah, I used to be in traps with choppers and all kind of stuff. Left with choppers, and I would have to be the driver. And because I could talk, and I could, like the police wouldn't really stop me. They didn't consider me the suspect. So I was never the suspect because of the way I carried myself and the way I talked and all that. So I would have to do a lot of stuff for, like,
So you like thugs? Is that what I'm kind of getting?
Well, I can't say
you like street guys.
Well, it didn't just happen like that.
Man, it's no nice way to tell the truth. So we can clearly see that you're lying because you're swerving, you're jerving. Man, just tell the truth, man. Just tell the truth. We know you following them celebrities, and them celebrities, we know them celebrities like thugs. They like excitement. It get boring.
Lil Baby's baby mom. She went viral saying that she likes street guys who have guys who are in street shit, guys who carry guns, guys who are just in the street. She says that they're more fun. And you agreed with that?
Yeah, you said Jada said that.
Jada did say that. Lil Baby's
that's
baby
true.
mom.
That's absolutely true. That's true. It's a thrill. That's all that is. It's like, I don't know, thrills is fun. It's exciting. Being with somebody that's calm and just, don't got nothing going on, it's like, let's do something exciting. Where the excitement is, like, let's get into a fight,
Yo, so your life being on the line every day, that's a thrill? Risking your life is a thrill?
No, I ain't gonna lie, it used to be, but it ain't gotta be every day. It could be here and there.
Here and there. Dusty. Not all. It's way too many, right? We got Nicki Dusty, Sexy Dusty, she right here, Dusty. Just a matter of time.
Let's talk about it real quick. Okay, so you're 52, you got 4 kids, you've been married twice. Where are you from?
I was born in Albany, New York.
Hey, man. Shout out that Albany, New York, man. That's the big old capital. All day. So, man, shout it out. Everybody think New York is the capital of New York, but yeah. So, yep. So, okay. So, growing up in Albany, did you have both mom and dad in the household?
No, actually, I was in I don't know if they consider it foster care because back then they just gave children to people. So I was given my this is a little story that my mother was driving. I mean, had me walking with me past Big Mom's place, and she asked Big Mom, did she want a baby? And Big Mom looked at me. I had a whole bunch of hair and all that. So she.
Wow. So you actually remember the handoff. You actually remember the neglect. But they say one of my head teaching niggas that mothers I did everything I could. Yeah, yo, this is sad, bro. This is sad, yo. Where was these stories at before the red pill went viral? Where was all this truth at? So you wow. So there you go. That's our answer right there. We can wrap it on up, guys. We can wrap it on up. That's why she's so sexually active. And she out here 52 years old still looking for love because she never saw the structure. She never was trained up. She is now bringing shame to her mother. And then it will repeat. It will repeat. They don't ever talk about bringing shame to the father in that book. They talk about bringing shame to the mother.
Pretty and da da da. I'll take her. And she took me. And yeah, it wasn't good. I mean, I was molested by everybody.
You was molested by everybody. What age did that start?
Everybody in the house, you know. Yeah, I was molested. I was treated bad because.
What age did the molestation start?
I remember at 5.
What age do you remember it?
Well, one of my molesters I had by. He kept me close. He had molested me for years and years. He was like a cousin.
All 4 of the kids?
Yeah, he wasn't my cousin, but we were raised as family.
Right. And so how much older was he than you?
He's I think he's 13 years older than me.
Yes. And we would like to focus on the people that touched this little girl, but all them sins is going on the mother. Because ain't nobody tells you to have this girl, bring this girl into the world, and then leave her unprotected. So all that go to the mother. Yeah, God saw it. God saw it, and those people gonna get theirs. But by no way do the mother go unscathed. No, it's her body, her choice. Her body, her choice.
He's like, I'm 52. He's like 4 or something now. So I think he's like 13. But he would do those things to me.
So wait, okay, so I guess at one point it went from kind of molestation and grooming to you accepting and wanting to do it.
Well, it's like I can't say that I accepted and I wanted to, but because nobody really liked me and I thought he was all I had. And he would tell me that. He was like, you know, Big Mom don't like you. This one, he would just tell me lots of things. And then Big Mom, the 2 older people, Big Mom was fine, but Aunt Gladys, the other older one, she had me so controlled. She'd tell me like, you know, that monsters would be under the bed and I would have to sleep with her. And it was a lot.
So when you slept with her, what would happen?
She didn't do anything. She didn't abuse me. I think whatever was going on with her, maybe she was afraid to be alone.
Or maybe she didn't want you to be sleeping alone. Maybe that was her way of protecting you.
No, she didn't protect me because
It goes to the mother because the mother, ain't nobody tell the mother to have the baby, and ain't nobody tell the mother to open her legs up, man. So if you like D with raw D without consequences because you're a woman, just say that. You don't got to put nothing stupid in my chat because what you put in my chat is stupid, man. First of all, a man can't do none of that, nothing in you unless you open your legs wide open. All right. So we already understand. So if you don't know, let the judge tell you. Let the courts. You know what I mean? Since y'all are the right hand to white supremacy, I have your courts tell you.
Have a woman to woman mother moment with you. At the end of the day, women have the choice. I don't care if you were after him, he was after you. It doesn't matter. He can't come in unless you open the door, right?
Wide open.
Exactly. Just because you shy and you scared, salute. And I'm sorry to hear that, M. Brown. I'm sorry to hear that. You know, I hate hearing that, but you ain't scared to address it, which means you on your way. Don't sit it with it. Don't sit with it. And she ain't gonna apologize. They ain't gonna apologize. But you address it and move forward with your life. I begin the healing process by changing the laws of your mind. Don't be stuck and sorry like this other mofo over here. get triggered because she like raw D without consequences. She done made a couple bad decisions. She like shopping in Walmart for baby fathers and then get mad. It's your fault, ma'am. You went in Walmart, shopped in Walmart for your baby father because that's where your self-esteem brought you. So you don't do no work on you. You know what I mean? You don't do no work on you. And you right, Lisa. We will. We will. That's what this movement is. That's what this movement right here is, ma'am. This movement right here, although you get mad and you get triggered and you try to distract me, this movement right here tells the men that. It tells the men, leave these bald head roaches alone. Go the other way. Find your purpose, bro. And then when a roach come running to you, when a roach come crawling to you, you hit them with a, where my shit at?
We're gonna smash tomorrow night, and then we're gonna move on. That's how it is. That's what greatness is. We don't sit in it. We're worried about the next goal.
All right. So you make sure you tell your daughter, you make sure you teach your daughter how to keep her legs closed. Because I'm teaching my men how not to impregnate you, black women. Yeah, definitely the black woman.
So I went back home the other day and I was talking to one of my young boys. And keep in mind, he like 16. He like, yeah, bruh, I done gave up on that shit a long time ago. I'm like, gave up on what? He talking about relationships, trying to get married, all of that. He told me his plan was to get a really, really fine baby mama so he could just hit her forever. He said, because you know, you can always hit your baby mama. And I said, yeah. And I was like, he young, he gonna grow out of that. But I was like, let me hear him out. Basically what he said, and he had a very good point. He was like, he feel like he ain't turned right now. So he was like, if he get a girl and he locked in, she just gonna cheat on him with the right dude, which is turned. He was like, when he gets there, when he finally gets his money and figures himself out and all that, she's only gonna be around for that. That if he didn't even have all that shit, she wouldn't even look his way. I was like, damn, he ahead of the curve. But I tried to talk him out of it. I tried to persuade him. I was like, hey, look at me and my girl. I met her in college. I was in a dorm, eating at the calf, no car, walking to work. And she held it down. She was still fucking with me, and we came up together. And he was like, yeah, bro, you might have found a unicorn, but I don't want to take them chances. He said, if I want to play with those type of odds, I could just put in a 30-leg parlay. Damn.
You can't have your cake and eat it too, ladies. And that's what somebody taught y'all. Somebody taught y'all that you can make the cake and get a chance to eat it, but still walk around with it and show the cake off. No, it's one or the other, man. Either you're going to show it off or you're going to eat it. But you do not get to do both. And that's y'all problem, man. Y'all like the power that it gives y'all when y'all in control of raw sex. When a dude take that condom off and y'all get that power, it gives y'all an instant dopamine of I'm Lilith and I'm on top of the world. Yeah. That's what you do it for. But you can't want that power and then not want the accountability of having access. You will have the access to sex. We can't get nothing if you are responsible. You see how that works? I ain't never met a responsible female that got pregnant by an irresponsible man. It just don't happen like that, dummy. Now I know some irresponsible females that have gotten pregnant by irresponsible men. Now that's what you do. That's what you do. You do that. You feel me? But you still are responsible for your own coochie. You are. And it's sad because it's like y'all let the government tell y'all not because y'all incentivized for this irresponsibleness. So this is why y'all get mad when we talk about this topic here. But then another thing that I don't understand, right? Because then when we talk about this parental alienation, right? When you see a video, you can see a video, right? Look at this, guys. I told you they're so predictable. So predictable. Now, y'all remember that video where the dude got parental alienated. Remember, he got alienated. Unbelievable. Dude gets alienated, and this is all she can come up with. He is probably the toxic one. Watching him follow them argue. Who is the crazy one? Ma'am. He's getting alienated. So now what do you suggest he do? Should he just leave his kid? So then you could call him a deadbeat and men don't want their kid. See what I mean? You see, because they're twisted at the mind, because they're going through this mental illness of confusion, because they've been working with the devil, the author of confusion, for so long. They're just confused. They don't even know. They just start reaching for templated excuses. But excuses are not reasons, man. You're gonna have to go do some work on your own to make sure the shit you say out your mouth is 100% fact. It sound good, it sound cute. That's why you took it in. That's why you sucked it in. But it's dumb, man. The coochie is on you. It belongs to you, dummy. Don't no man gotta care about your coochie when you giving it out. Raw. Dummy, dummy, dummy. But y'all know how to say it takes two to make a baby. Y'all know how to say that when it comes to accountability. But when it comes to parental alienation, once that man get a new girlfriend and it's time to co-parent with him, you don't use that it take two to make a baby shit then. That's when you're looking for all types of reasons to justify the parental alienate this man. Right? You get a man that come pull up on his kid, want his kid, and you finding all sorts of reasons to alienate this man. You don't use that. It take two to make a baby then. Come on now. I told y'all already. Y'all little bald head roaches better stop playing, bro. Y'all need to stop playing.
What you need to do is stop playing. You might have all these crusty, dusty musties tricked, but you ain't tricking us.
Exactly. And then on top of all of those reasons, it'll behoove you, sis, to protect your coochie because society holds you more accountable. Society holds you more accountable than they hold the man, and you trying to duck it. You trying to duck it like all we gotta do is throw our little money at it. Or some of us get to throw $25 a week at your stupid ass. While you got that kid, that whole new body, you looking like her, you looking like big back Keisha. You know what I mean? You thinking that you still valedictorian. All those are reasons for you to protect your coochie, man. Cause that body that you had ain't never coming back, man. You know your baby father body, nothing happened to his body. Your baby father looking better than ever. Man, keep playing dumb. Keep playing dumb, yo. Y'all keep letting these old women who ruined their life already tell y'all stupid shit. And y'all suck it into your Holy Spirit. And it's all wrong, bro. You are responsible. Ain't no man. All you have to do is be responsible for birth control. That's all God asks you, dummy. Birth control. If you like Raw D, if you know at heart, you one of these sisters, one of these bald head roaches that like Raw D, then birth control, dummy. Like, what's the problem? Like, what's the problem? Stop screaming, it take two to make a baby. It take one to use birth control. It take one to be on birth control because they love Raw D. Like, it's not hard. It is not hard. It is not hard, y'all. What's the problem? Like, y'all fighting for the right to be nasty. Y'all fighting for the right to be nasty. And that's sad. That's what makes y'all horrible. That's what makes y'all the least desirable race of women in America. Because y'all fight for the right to be nasty. No common sense. You shut up, because we know you. We already know. You taught our sisters how to be stupid. All right, Karen? So you shut up. You sit the fuck down. Because when I get 10% of my sisters right, we coming for you. When I get 10% more of my sisters right, we coming for you. So you shut the fuck up, you white roach. If you don't get the fuck out of here with that, use a dummy, sis. Use a dummy. Let's go to commercial real quick. Let's get her mind right. Let's get her mind right. Hold on, good brads. You know what I mean? Let's get her mind right real quick. All right, you got your mind right, Bev? I understand, Miss Bev. Miss Beverly, I understand you just got out of that church. You just got out of that church, all that bullshit, all that Deuteronomy, you know what I mean? All that bullshit, all that gas, and you just stepped into the realest shit you ever heard, right? Yeah, you want to see it again? You want to see it again, man? Because now you just left the church. Did your pastor tell you about lying lips, right? Because you just lied on me just now. Your pastor told you that lying lips are an abomination, right? That's why you must not speak on what you don't know, right? right? You must focus on you, dummy. Incredible, bro. Y'all niggas like bombs. Y'all fighting for the right to be nasty. Just say that. Say that, black woman, my sisters. Y'all want to be nasty. You want to be nasty?
I think everyone knew what was going on, but back then
So
you didn't
so
know.
so how old were you when you had your first child?
I was I got pregnant at 16, had her at 17.
And did everybody knows whose kid it was?
This is the thing, they act like they didn't know, but and they act like I wasn't abused because they like that's why I left Albany with him, because once I started having children, everybody started turning on me, and then
Listen, Malaya Brown, you either gonna get called the B word or you gonna get called the dummy. Which one you want? Cause you new over here, but for my long time Goodbreads, they're actually proud of me because I'm actually working on my language. I'm working on my language. So I've switched from calling y'all bees to straight dummies and roaches. So you tell me, because if you would like, you know what I mean? If you'd like, I'd go back. I'd go back to saying the B word, because you know what I mean? I'll be me. I'll be me. I rarely give y'all a chance to manipulate me. But my long timers, my lifers, they told me like, yo, bro, you so dope. You don't really need to curse. You don't really need to call them bees. So what do you want to do? What do you want to do? Because this is my channel. I'm gonna tell you like your mama told you. This, you remember your mama told you this is my house? This is my house. That's all you heard your whole childhood, right? This is my channel. So I'm gonna call you whatever I want to call you. All right? Just hope you're not a bald head dummy. And if you are, just work on it. Now you know what you need to work on. That's all. That's all. You know what I mean? Word up. Because I was going to call y'all breeders. I was going to be like, just straight breeders. Breeder, 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 breeder. But now I was like, nah, it's better to just call y'all dumb because y'all are dumb. And y'all do nothing about going to fix the dumbness, the stupidity. Y'all thrive off stupidity. Y'all love stupidity. Because when you hear the truth, you get mad. You get mad. I'm your op. I'm an op. You know what I mean? Look at them. Look at the weirdos, bro. It's a hot Sunday right now. Whew. God damn it, yo. God damn it, yo. Look at the bald head flying roaches, bro. Look at them. Look at the bald head flying roaches, yo. Look at them. Look at them. Just, whoo. Sorry if you, look at them. All of them. Look at them. Just fighting. Just fighting. Look at them. My bad, trucker. My bad, truck. Look at them. This nasty work. They fighting for the right to be nasty, bro. These are the ones that's fighting for the right to be nasty. Warn your sons about these ones, ladies. Please do not raise your sons to believe that it's only men out here being evil, being manipulative, doing fuck shit, being sneaky. Please, ladies, do not just raise your kids on that belief, because then the women are going to take advantage of your little boys, because these are the women. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them, they're just fighting. They're fighting. Sup, Summer? Salute. Look at them fighting to be nasty. Fighting to mismanage coochie, yo. Just disgusting. And then they wonder why don't nobody want them.
They didn't know until, and Gladys didn't know until she asked me, who's the father? And I told her Brian, which Brian had been molesting me, since 5.
Since you was 5 and he was 18?
Yeah, he would bring me to his girlfriend's house, and when they were asleep, because I would braid my hair, lots of long.
The point of this live is to tell little girls, young girls from the younger generation, 27 and down, don't be a fool. Don't be dumb like the older women who have hit the wall, and now they're going to try to bury these whole secrets in a cat box and use men and babies to help cover it. That's what this live is about. You do not have to run out there and get every accomplishment that a man is supposed to have. Work on you, and a man with those accomplishments will pick you, and then it will be an equally yoked relationship because you will inherit everything you need to inherit from the masculine man you picked. That's how the game go. If you try to rig God game, you're gonna get screwed. All right? That's it. That's all. That's what this is about. And I got examples of how successful black women, they end up with a bum, or they end up successful black with a side chick, a side chick, as a side chick to a rich dude with a family. That's all they got for them. They do not want to meet in the middle. They do not want to help meet for a man because they have gotten everything that the man is supposed to be getting. So they're at both ends of the spectrum. That's what we're talking about here today. So we only talking about the truth, like we always do. That bother you? You don't like that? It's how I delivered it, right? It's how I know it be how I deliver. It's how I talk.
Not just my delivery, it hurts your feelings to know that all this time you thought your mother or your father had it figured out and they did not. They raised you in a way that has you conditioned to believe that your habit and the things that you have your mind set on are not going to put you in a position of forward progress. A lot of y'all and I'm speaking like this without cursing because a lot of y'all inboxed me earlier and, it really touched you in a, good way. Y'all was letting me know, the video earlier really touched you in a good way when I really started speaking on how our children get of age like we do. Some point in their life, they get to a certain age where they realize you didn't teach me anything of value. You only bought me stuff. You only purchased me material stuff and spent time with me, but the time wasn't even valuable because you didn't leave me with any nuggets to make it out here. So we watch our children repeat the same generational curses that we've repeated for decades, and a lot of y'all is sad because instead of confronting that, you deflect. You come on my page and you don't understand the responsibility of the content that you're listening to. You don't understand the weight of what this carries.
Oh man, the real one, the real one. That ain't true. That ain't true. That ain't true. See, and you ain't have to put that in there, bro. You ain't have to put that in there, bro. You know what I mean? So we know what time it is.
You don't actually have to comment anything negative about what I know and about what people praise me on knowing. Y'all hop on my, why she got that on? You could actually just grind hard, and if you feel like, you want to get your body done or you want to go to the gym and work out, you have the same access to the same resources that all the rest of us do. You could change your diet and eat no carbs like I do. You can go under the knife and go get yourself together that way by stacking you up some bread to be able to pay for that. Or you can go pay for a trainer, or hell, you can go just get with a group of friends that's motivated to go work out and work your ass. You don't actually have to come on my page and be bothered by nothing you see because I don't ask a bitch to come here. But all of this stuff is reflective of your esteem about self. It's the same when you see dudes and they looking at other dudes and because the nigga done pulled up and he got all his money or his jewels on, you hear niggas saying, well, I don't know why they be buying all that stuff. You could just mind your business. Or you can go buy the stuff too, or you can worry about it not because it ain't your money.
All right, bro. Don't worry about what kind of man she need. Worry about what kind of woman you like. Make sure no woman is taking advantage of you. So that's what we here to talk about. That's what we trying to teach the young women coming up, not to take advantage of their men. You know what I mean? Because you don't have to. All you got to do is pour into you. All you gotta do is pour into you. You ain't got to go manipulating nobody. You see how flowers grow? You see the flowers don't go chasing bees. No. Flowers sit there, pour into themselves, suck up that sunlight, you know what I mean? And the bees just mosey their ass on and come on over to them flowers. That's how you got to be, king. That's how you got to be, king. You got to pour into yourself. Sis, that's how you got to be. All this worrying about others, getting triggered because these feelings and these vibes is in you and you just refuse to get them out of you. So you walk around with them and disguise it as a bad attitude. Oh, I'm working on it. No, you got to work on it because whenever you run across somebody like me who's live and direct, I'm going to trigger it out of you because I know what's going on. I'm in the trenches. I'm in the trenches for real. You know what I mean? Now let's get back to this.
Pretty hair. So they would braid my hair and take it down with them. But they didn't know that he was molesting me. So I would go around with him, and not only him molested me, the women did also. Women molested me.
But I'm trying to figure out. So your cousin
Yeah.
Brian was molesting
Mhm.
you from the time that you was 5 and he was 18. And by the time you was 16 and he was 29, he had gotten you pregnant with you guys' first child. And he's the father, he's the biological father of all 4 of your kids.
Yeah.
And did anybody ever did he raise the kids? Was he an active and involved dad in their life?
It was on, I didn't know what it was back then, but I called them all my cousins and whoever, they would always go into the bathroom. And back then you didn't know what the hell they were doing, but I found out they were doing crack. So they were all on crack. And he would like steal money from me and stuff like that. He would be in the bathroom. I started learning that it was crack, but I didn't know why he was in the bathroom so long and stuff like that. So actually, he literally would take care of my children while I worked at the nursing homes and stuff like that. And he would.
See, it's the generational curse. Your mother left you in bad hands, and then you went right along and left your kids in bad hands. And it's just the cycle will continue, and it's going to take one female to put her foot down in that family, in that tree, in that family tree. You know what I mean? And we know that that's less than likely because women are incentivized to stay the same. Women don't got to. In this cold, wicked world, they don't got to change. That's why I love and appreciate my sisters with sense that put in the time and the effort and strength to really change because they're incentivized. Women, especially black women, are incentivized to stay stupid because it's a lot of money made off of stupid black women.
But he was crack, and I guess I was supporting it because a long time I didn't know what it was. So, and then he, after a while, I found out that my oldest daughter, when I had left him and married my other husband, and I literally did it while I was with him.
So wait, hold on. Did you marry your cousin?
Exactly. Never took the time to pour into you. Y'all never take the time to pour into you. Y'all just go monkey branch and just go hopping on the next stick. I bet you did it raw too. That's why I hate when I talk about y'all protecting your own coochie, because y'all know that's y'all only value and y'all feel real good. It feels good. It feel good. It feel good for both of us. You ain't got the lie though, like it don't feel good. Stop it. But y'all got to stop. In order to get over, you get under. That shit is toxic. It's toxic. Get rid of that belief. Get that up out your Holy Spirit. When you get out of these relationships, you hot that. Get into a relationship with yourself. All right? Get into that relationship with yourself. You got to relearn you now because y'all be in these relationships manipulating each other. So how you gonna go right from manipulation to get into a whole nother piece of manipulation? This is why y'all don't function right. And the same shit that went on in that last relationship end up going on in that new relationship because you never took the time to go fix you. You never took the time to say, hey, it could have been me. When technically, we all 60% of the reasons why our last relationship didn't work out.
I married him.
Well, yeah, because he wasn't biologically your cousin.
Right.
But wow. So you guys got married.
Yeah, he would tell me that I was gonna leave him when I got older. And I would say, no, I won't. But because I was afraid then, because I had all the children, I had really no one. Like, because that family didn't like me. They treated me really bad.
How did all that make you feel?
Terrible. Like really terrible. For a long time I went through things,
So real quick, I'm sorry to interject, but did you ever learn what the story was behind your biological parents, like your biological mom, your biological dad?
Yeah, Nanette, she was the story was she was on drugs. And then my father, she married my father, he supported her drug habit, but he was also gay too. He was a cook in Albany, New York. He had his own catering business, stuff like that. But I would pick up money from him, but I really didn't know him. I heard he catered parties and stuff or whatever, but I had no really relationship with them. I think when he died, she lied and took my Social Security check because I was with that old lady still. So she took my Social Security, and then she tried to come and get me, and I went with her for like maybe a week, and I took a cab back from Rensselaer to Albany because I didn't know her. I didn't want to be with her. So,
man, have you ever unpacked all this?
No.
Like, have you ever talked to like?
No. You can tell she didn't. They rarely do. They therapy, accountability, and cold water without any sugar in it is they kryptonite, bro. She ain't dumped it. She walked around here thinking this shit is a flex, bro.
Like a therapist and all that type of stuff?
No, my story just doesn't stop there. I have a hell of a story,
Jesus Christ. Well, I mean, we're gonna have to do a full interview then with you. Not necessarily now, but
And guys, you got to make sure you get rid of all the people in your cipher like this, because Mr. Interview Man, he did it for content. But had this been a regular conversation, after 5 minutes, I would have told her like, fix you. You know what I mean? Because a lot of y'all sit with people who trauma dump on y'all like this all day long. This shit will lower your vibrations. So you cannot get comfortable keeping people in your inner cycle that have this type of trauma. You got to tell them, yo, go fix that and come back when you fix that. Fix that or just get away from me because they will drag you down. They will drag you down. She ready to talk this man head off with some shit she should have went and been got fixed. She should have been got fixed. And by the way she market herself, she clearly have not attracted a man who will sit there and be patient with her and let her pour this on him because she lead with her titties all out. So ain't no man thinking about anything but sex when it comes to this woman. Ain't no man thinking about leading her, hearing her out, because she leading with the wrong thing.
Yeah, man, we're gonna have to sit down and talk because you sounds like you have a lot to unpack.
Yeah, and I did leave him. My daughter had wrote a letter to my boyfriend, and the letter was so explicit.
To your boyfriend or your husband or your ex-husband?
To my boyfriend.
Okay.
Because he tried to keep that's a story too. I just want to let you know that when she wrote this letter to him, it was so explicit. I'm thinking, how the hell would a child know, and she's only 12, about orgasms and everything? And so what came back to me was what he had said to me. He was like, when he first was gonna penetrate whatever, he said, I want to show you something. I got something to teach you.
And this is crazy, guys. This is more common than you guys think. And this is global. Y'all know I'm a wrestling fan, guys. So, I mean, this is a little sidebar. But this is the similar situation to Jake the Snake and his parents. Y'all know Jake the Snake moms was his stepmoms. Or some shit to that effect. Jake the Snake dad was married to a woman. And Jake the Snake moms is that woman's daughter. Type shit. So this been going on. This is crazy. But it's been going on, guys.
And everything. And when I read that letter, when he brought me the letter, I was like, Foshea, did he touch you? So I believe he did touch her. He groomed her also. It was going on.
So are you still talking about your cousin or
his daughter? And I'm talking about the cousin that I had the children with.
So you talking about he did this to his daughter?
Right. Because my other children, when he came to Gainesville to visit my daughter, my other children told me, and I just want to put this picture. My other children told me that they felt like something was going on with my daughter. She would walk around naked or whatever. So they like clarified like what I was thinking from a long time ago, that something did happen. I'm gonna. So it's a wild. I'm sorry. Things keep popping up. Hold on.
It's okay.
But yeah, it's definitely a very wild story. I want to show you who he did these things to. We don't have a good relationship because these are my daughters.
So hold on, you gotta hold it kind of still because it's still pixelated.
Okay, come back over.
Yeah, I mean, or you could. I get it. I mean, you could send it to me, and we could have it up on the screen. But okay, I get it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I see that they're pretty young ladies.
Yeah, but this one right here is the one that I believe he groomed and molested, and none of us have a good relationship because of the things that he did. He did lots of things to them. When I left him, he didn't want me to leave him, and when we came to Florida, he called the police. He disarmed my car, called the police on me, said that I was going to stab him, and he told the police to come and get me. They came. It was around like the Nicole Simpson thing, so they had to arrest someone. They arrested me, and then he took the children because I couldn't go back to the house. And he just did a lot where our relationship was like just really tainted.
So okay, so the letter that you found, she had wrote that letter to him.
To my boyfriend.
Why do you keep saying your boyfriend? I thought it was your ex-husband.
Okay, I was with a boyfriend.
It's definitely not necessary, but she gonna keep the generational curse going. She don't know how she's inadvertently grooming her daughters. She grooming them. She grooming them. She grooming them. It was definitely not necessary, but that's what they do. You see how it is. This is how they do, bro. This is how they stay single, guys. This is how it's easy.
Your boyfriend Tyrone just went to prison for the 10th time. Your link card is late in the mail and your OnlyFans payout isn't due for another week. So you do what any strong, independent woman would do and hop on that dating site your friend told you about and look for a rich simp to hold you down. You immediately grab one of your crotch gremlins off the floor and press them in front of the camera for a photo, captioning it, "My kids come first." Then you write...
Exactly. That's how they do it. It's an order. I told you, they read from a playbook. How to be dumb playbook. How to not work on yourself playbook. How to trick a man into getting something that's not worth his time. You know what I mean? That's how they do. That's when they use the babies. Oh, look at my babies and stuff. Look at my babies. And it's like, yo, you sacrificing your kids now, man. But we're gonna watch that back. Because it was hitting, right? That was hitting. That shit going, let me get my roach spray ready. Let me get my roach spray ready. Because this shit finna trigger. This shit finna trigger.
Your boyfriend Tyrone just went to prison for the 10th time. Your link card is late in the mail and your OnlyFans payout isn't due for another week. So you do what any strong, independent woman would do and hop on that dating site your friend told you about and look for a rich simp to hold you down. You immediately grab one of your crotch gremlins off the floor and press them in front of the camera for a photo, captioning it, "My kids come first." Then you write about how independent you are and how you need a man that's at least 6'7", ripped, drives a Hellcat and lives in a mansion big enough for all 6 of your kids. Confident that this should work, you aren't surprised when you get a match. He's shorter in person than you expected. But he says he's an aspiring rapper on SoundCloud and his Mustang is in the shop, so he has potential. So you let him come in the house and you both get high on the air mattress before he cracks you, only to knock you up and never call you back, leaving you wondering how your flawless plan could have failed. Well, you see, single mums fail to realize they hold as much value as a 2008 BMW, carrying nothing but a busted body and a jailbird's unwanted offspring. They become nothing but a fleshlight to even the lowest of vagrants, because wifing a single mum is like paying new car prices for a Dodge Journey with 300,000 miles on it. So next time a single mum tries to use you as a babysitter, swipe left.
You all right? You okay? Breathe. Just breathe. Those are the facts. Forget what society pump in your head and pump you up with. Those are the facts, man.
At the time, when they were delivered back to me after he didn't want them anymore. After I went to jail, I couldn't go back.
And so your 12-year-old daughter had wrote that to your boyfriend?
Yeah.
Saying that, so do you think they was having sex at the time or whatever?
Yeah. Yeah, he was, yeah.
Mm.
And I don't know what was going on. Like I said, my other children, years after that, started having suspicions that there was things going on. So even after she grew up, she was still having sex with him, with my.
And this is the difference between men and women, yo. I seen a meme. I was meaning to snatch it, but by then I already had enough content for the show. But it was a meme. It was a little boy in the street, and two men walked up and snatched the little boy in front of two women. And the two women, they looked back, but they kept it moving, and they was whispering to one another, but they kept it moving while the man went that way, while the two men went that way with the little boy. Then they ran the same experiment with two men. And you know what happened, bro. Niggas cut them off halfway, like, you know what I mean? So it just goes to show you, like, stop the cap. Men and women are not equal. So stop it. You're not gonna use that. We're equal shit, vice versa shit when it benefits you. No, we're two different genders for a reason. But I say that to say, how you now you talking on it, man. These are your kids. These are your precious pride and joy. Why not act on it while it's happening right then and there, man? You hold this in and you allow your child, this shit crazy, bro. What were you gaining from it? Just going in, because that's the part you're not telling us. You're painting yourself as the woe is me victim. What was you gaining? Because we know you don't care about what a man do to you. You care more about what he do for you. So what would happen? What's happening, man? Tell us now. Stop it. Stop this victim shit. I'm a victim. No.
With her father, my ex-husband.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm kind of confused because we keep saying, so we have one guy that's a ex-boyfriend, and then we have the guy that's the ex-husband that's the father of them. The same one that groomed you.
Okay, listen, I was with my ex, and that was a boyfriend at the time that my daughter wrote a letter to, that she wanted him to lick her pussy, to make her come. And she was only 12.
I see you want a trauma dump and you taking my live stream completely somewhere else. All right. So let me go back and let's get back to the part where you're gonna meet this bum, because Marcus here, that's his name, that's the interviewer name. Marcus is gonna fly the bum out to you so that you can start a relationship with a bum. So let's get to that. You know what I mean? Because you finna talk us to fucking death with this sad shit, and you ain't no victim, man.
You have a killer e-commerce store, but your conversion rate, not so killer. You've spent so much money.
Exactly. You wasn't even down there for 24 hours.
Boy wasn't even down there for 24 hours, mind you, guys. We advancing the live right now. Hold on.
Exactly.
I can't do that because I'm gonna fuck around and confuse y'all. Hold on. Let me do this real quick.
Some people are automatically going to say, well, hey, here we have another viewer that basically is, shooting her shot at, a homeless guy because she finds him attractive and this, that, and the third. What's your response to that? You're going to get them done, so I guess they could just sit up more or whatever?
Yeah, I'm going to get them reduced and implanted because they're like super heavy. Well, let's make your views go. They're like,
what age did the molestation start?
I remember at 5.
What age do you remember it ending?
Well, one of my molesters I had the children by. He kept me close. He had molested me for years and years. He was like a cousin.
All 4 of the kids?
Yeah.
If this does develop into a romantic situation, right? How do you think your kids are going to feel about that? Because they're right around the same age as his.
Well,
Do you think that there's going to be any level of frustration that creeps in after a while with Markel being there if he's not able to, get on quick enough or whatever it is?
well, I'm really my thing was like my motives was really pure to like help him.
What's your response to people who say,
All right, now remember that. Her motives is pure. Her motives is to help this man. That's what she said.
well, she's just another cougar looking for some young D?
What's up, YouTube, guys?
That's exactly what she is, in my opinion. That's exactly what she's trying to do. So Marcus flew the dude out. The dude ended up hitting Marcus back to get flown back to Atlanta because something happened. Something popped off with the female. Because obviously these women, these successful women, like I told y'all earlier, they accumulate masculinity and they need to release that with sex. They accumulate a lot of sexual tension. So they don't really need a good dude. They ain't looking for a good dude. They looking for a good lay that they can control and get rid of them. Because they really don't like men, bro. They like the feeling of power. They need men to get their release and get their shit off. So this is why successful women, they don't mind picking a bum that they can control. They don't mind being a side chick to a rich dude that got a family.
You wasn't even down there for 24 hours.
Exactly. I told you what happened, bro. She just wants some dick, bro.
And ain't nobody tell you to take your stupid ass down there. That's why, brother, right here, you going viral. And I bet you do have a lot of suitors. You got a lot of takers that want to take you. But do understand, sir, you will be a slave boy. These are slave-loving women. Only a slave would deal with a bum, bro. Only a slave will deal with somebody who don't have their shit together and is totally dependent upon them. Only a slave-loving female. They talk about slavery. You know, the black ones, they loved the ancestors, but it's funny how they use their same template on men. Funny how, right? That's why I tell you, these black sisters are the right hand to white supremacy. They even using their little tricks now. But sir, like I tell the women, they can't force you to sign up for slavery now. Your lust and your thirst for the doo-doo will get you got. Now, if you chasing that doo-doo, you'll end up on one of these women plantations, bruh. You got to get rid of the doo-doo, bro.
Got a big old booty, and everybody says she's a fine booty. The booty is where the doo-doo is, boy. Put there by God, that's the garbage can. So how you get so messed up with this white boy? You think the bigger the booty, the finer it is. That's like going to Kmart. You see a big old garbage can, that's the filth. And now we can convince her she won't switching that big old booty and all of that. It ain't nothing but doo-doo in there.
What you said, dude he thought he signed the 360 deal, right? He said, I was up out of poverty. I'm about to give my mama a house. Dude thought you simp niggas. Y'all gonna learn. Y'all gonna learn, bro. And it's usually after an incident like this where you get your little heart broke that you become red pill. You stop popping them blue pills and you be like, whoa. It's normally when you come face to face with Lilith. Because remember, Lilith is seductive. Lilith gonna swoon you in, being nice, being fake nice. And then she gonna get you, boy. Let's get it.
I ain't satisfied her, bro.
You wasn't even down there for 24 hours.
Exactly. I told you what happened, bro. She just wants some dick, bro. I ain't satisfied her, bro. She got mad, bro. She got mad at me. What she saying?
What you think she gonna, yo, bro? All she called you was for the D. All you had to do was deliver the D. She probably wanted it raw. You probably wanted to use a condom. You know what I mean? But all she needs you for is the D. She got her own money. Think about it. These successful women got their own money. They got their plaques on the wall. They got a bunch of stuff. They got everything that the devil told them man's supposed to have, so that man will worship them now. That's what feminism tell them. Feminism tell them, go get everything you supposed to get, my God. And then you will worship her. That's what you thought. That don't work well, right? That shit don't work out, right? So stay up out these women plantations, fellas. You do it to yourself being thirsty. Same way I tell these women, the men be showing them who they are the same way a bitch will show you who she is, bro. They show you who they is.
Man, she just called the cops and told them that you took her wallet.
Wow. Wow. Where is the love? It was all good just a week ago. It was all good just a week ago, bro. And this be how dudes get me too. Like, she about to me too a homeless man. Now she about to be victim to a homeless man, bro, that she invited. Wow, bro. But she was so nice, right? She was so nice. She sold us on that story, right? A person with a story like that, you would believe she don't do no wicked. She don't do no wicked, right? Wow. Yo, I gotta let this shit play, man. This shit is just so. This is the material. This is content. This content. This is the content. This is the truth with proof. Can't make this shit up, bro.
You wasn't even down there for 24 hours.
Exactly. I told you what happened, bro. She just want some dick, bro. I ain't satisfied her, bro. She got mad, bro. She got mad at me. What's she saying?
Man, she just called the cops and told them that you took her wallet.
She just called and told them that? Yes, she got her own spot. Yes, she willing to help me. Yes, she trying to get my life right. No, she ain't. She really ain't trying to get my life right. She trying to just on me so she can get off every day. I ain't never said nothing bad about you, bro. She lying, bro. About the
pretty wild accusations out. She was saying that you was gonna try to have me robbed and all type of stuff.
Well, why would I steal from her, bro? Why would I do that, bro? I just got my bags out her house and walked out her house, bro. You left me unattended in your house. That's why you trying to make up something saying that I stole from you because you left me in there by myself because you went downstairs to call the police.
If there was a lesson to be learned here,
okay,
what do you think the lesson is?
The lesson is, man, listen, man.
What's up, YouTube? Guys, if you ever need to reach out to me, follow me on IG at Marcus the Interviewer. Now back to the content.
What?
What's happening?
Yeah, man. I had booked my ticket, bro. I'm at the Greyhound now. I know you can't hardly see me. I ain't on my iPhone.
No, it's all good. I can see it.
Matter of fact.
Exactly, bro. So my bad. He booked his own ticket out of there. He got his own ticket out of there. He at the Greyhound right now. It ain't been 24 hours. So she did not, her best interest wasn't to help him. Remember, she lied to us. Now that whole story she sat there and told us could be a fabrication, partially the truth. Heresies. A little bit of truth. They sprinkle in a little bit of truth, and then it's agenda.
Hey, FaceTime, you got an iPhone, right?
Nah, this is Android.
Okay. All right, we're going. What's she saying?
Man, she just called the cops and told them that you took her wallet.
She just called and told them that?
Yeah.
Come on, Mark. You know I ain't take the girl. Come on, Marcus.
That's a control freak. That the red flag should have let you know. A chick that'll date a bum is a control freak. She got control issues. I told you, these women, they suffer from a need to be right, bro. A serious need to be right when they have not done no work getting information that they could check they are right with. So they run around here being all wrong with a need to be right. So they gonna pick a nigga that'll make them right. So now she want to control him. So she gonna reach out to her right-hand man. White supremacy.
Marcus, come on, bro. And the man just dropped me out. He just searched me and everything, Marcus. Why would I take a wallet, Marcus? Come on, bro. Come on, man. You really believe I do that?
Nah, man. I'm just listen, man. Listen, let me tell you something, man. And in my line of work, what I found is it's always best to just be neutral, right? Because you just never know. The truth is stranger than fiction sometimes. So I just kind of let the situation play out. But I mean, I don't think you would have any reason to take a wallet, but maybe, unless maybe you thought she had some money or something.
I didn't, Mark. I promise, bro. This on everything I love, but I don't do no stealing, bro. I'm a regular nigga. I ain't no dope. I ain't sprung out, bro. I don't do that, bro. I don't do that. I got my own wallet, bro. Look, my wallet right here. I got old school right here with me, bro. Why would I steal from her, bro? Why would I do that?
I don't think he did it though, guys. I don't think he did it. Bro, I'm signing. I came all the way over here to sign my 360 deal. Fuck, I need to steal $10 for, man. I'm shit, nigga. To this, I can stretch this out in 2 years pretending to be in love with you. Fuck, I need to steal from you for. You already seeing me as the high value alpha male that I'm not. What I need to steal from you for, man? Now, something different if we popped it off, and then we started fighting in the crib and you scratched me or you took something of mine, and then bitch, I'm taking anything I see and I'm out. That's something different. Say that. Don't try to make it like if I'm a cold-hearted thief, like you turn your back and I stole something from you, smashed, and then left your crib. Like, don't do that. Don't do that.
Bro, I just got my bag.
Now, what she's trying to do, guys, is she's looking for plausible deniability. She's trying to justify the reason why, in her mind, she let a bum hit it. So now she's going to try to put on this man that he a thief. So you sleep with bums, you sleep with thieves. Not only do you sleep with bums, you sleep with thieves now, miss. You're attracted to thieves too, because now you're going to try to stick that on him to justify you, because, and it's his fault, because he didn't perform. Had he performed, have he dropped ding-a-ling? Had he dropped ding-a-ling, boy, he would be running from police. He would be running to police because she'd be sexually harassing him. He didn't perform. So now she gonna tear him down because he didn't do the job. She only used him. She wanted to use him not to help this man. She wanted to use this man for his penis. That's it. And he did not perform. So now she got to get you. Now she got to destroy you. Now she got to cancel you, bro.
Out her house and walked out her house, bro. You left me unattended in your house. That's why you trying to make up something saying that I stole from you, because you left me in there by myself because you went downstairs to call the police. Now you want to say I stole your wallet. When they come, they can check my bag. I don't got nothing of hers, bro. She lying, bro. Like, man, what the hell? I'm surprised you just called me and told me that. Police just dropped me off. I just got dropped off. I don't got her wallet, bro. I promise I don't, bro. That's man.
So, I mean, how does all this feel, man? So, I mean, basically, you wasn't even down there for 24 hours.
Exactly. I told you what happened, bro. She just want some dick, bro. I ain't satisfied her, bro. She got mad, bro. She got mad at me. She got mad. Put me in the other room and everything. So I said, I ain't no child. I'm finna go. I'm finna go home, man. You're not finna treat me like no child. Then she took her purse with her, bro. Walked downstairs with her purse. Now, I take your wallet when you got your purse with you in the car when you call the police. Come on now. God, man. Now that's up if she did some shit like that for real. But I'm waiting on though. I'm ready for him to come. All my shit right here. I just got dropped off. I ain't been nowhere.
So what do you think? What do you think? If there was a lesson to be learned here,
okay.
What do you think the lesson is?
The lesson is, man. Listen, man. Only accept the help when I know it's some real help. Only accept the help when I know it's legit. Don't just.
Bingo, 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 bingo. At least you learned something from it. So you took something from this experience. Bingo. Every help, not real help. You know what I mean? Learn the difference between trust and love. Just because you love them, don't mean you got to trust them.
Accept the help because it's a female, it's a woman. Yes, she got her own spot. Yes, she willing to help me. Yes, she trying to get my life right. No, she ain't. She really ain't trying to get my life right. She trying to just fuck on me so she can get off every day.
Bro, one mic, she did this before. She told us she did this before. She said her kids know, and her kids know. Her kids is used to her doing this. That's what she said. Her words, not mine.
She can get her rocks off so she won't be stressing. She trying to get her rocks off. So I learned I'm not doing that shit no more, bro. I'm a grown ass man, bro. Let me tell you the reason why I really did that.
Wait. Whoa. I don't allow these bald head roaches to call themselves grown women. I'm not going to allow you, sir, to call yourself a grown man. You're not a grown man. You know what I mean? Let's go over this again. All right? Let's be real now. What makes people adults, right? Adults are people who are able to take care of their responsibilities on a consistent basis without the need and help from anybody else. That's what makes you an adult. All right? Don't run around here getting all this assistance from the people, from the public, assistance from the public, calling yourself an adult. You are not an adult until you're able to take care of your responsibilities because they're yours. That's what makes you you're not a grown man, sir. Stop that. Don't even tell yourself that, because it'll prevent you from becoming that. Same thing with the women. You are not grown until you take care of the responsibilities without help, without begging somebody who wasn't there when you were making those decisions and choices. That's what make you an adult. All right? Your mother should have taught you that. Should have taught you that.
Market, bro, just to try to see if I can come out here and try to run up some money real quick and then come back to Atlanta and get back on your channel. But like, look, shit, thanks to Marcus, goddamn, I had goddamn came up. I went to Moultrie and came up. Shit, a girl met me on his YouTube channel and came to me. Now I'm up. Now I'm finna, man, my boy finna go rock. Man, my boy finna go get shit. We finna go to the club. We finna go out. Type shit. That's what I want to do, bro. I want to do shit like that, bro. I ain't expect to come out here and just expose my dick to her. No, I ain't think that, bro. Then she lying on me, talking about I stole her wallet. You had your purse with you the whole time, though, but I stole your wallet.
Yo, it kills me, though. What kills me is how we still getting comments like this. How is the men gonna get strong if the mothers who raising these men and the mothers who's giving birth and picking the fathers for these men is doing bad? Like 1 + 1 = 2. You know what I mean? 1 + 1 = 2. Booby, I sound like a chick. This how chicks talk? You be around chicks that talk like me? Because I don't know no chick that talk like me. Chicks get bothered when I talk. So, Booby, what chicks you be around that sound like me, Booby? And why do we continue to run with this ignorant programming? Because this ignorant programming, mothers touch every single human being in this world first. The first relationship you have is with your parents. Sucks if your mother picked a Walmart dad for you. But your first relationship you have in life is with your parents. That's where you get all your skills. That's where you get all your ways. That's where you get all your attributes, man. So, Booby, how damaged were you before you got into your first relationship, Booby? That's what you need to focus on, Booby. That's what you need to address. So when I get up here and I try to bring enlightenment, I don't need you with this old programming. That's ancient ancestral programming. That's the programming that got all y'all pregnant and no dad. So we not going to run with that. All right? Mothers raise boys. Boys don't raise their mother, dummy. And you know what I mean? Obviously, you sit around a bunch of feminist women who raise boys to believe that only men are the ones that do fuck shit in society, when we clearly see women day after day, hour after hour, women is with the shits too now. So go on and continue to run with your little logic there and keep raising your simp kids and then run into my channel talking about weak men. You see how that worked? You saw that pattern there? You saw how I slicked that one in there, man? All right, Booby? Booby, can you answer that, Booby? Can you rebuttal that, Booby? Because we talk about the facts over here. Your mother was awesome, and my father is a great provider. So why are you on this channel? Why are you preventing people that didn't have a mother and father from getting this information, man? What kind of hating shit are you on? So let's talk about it. Anyway, any which way you go, you know you caught now. You in the trap now. You do know that, right, Booby? Booby, Booby, Booby. Why are you hating on people that did not have what you have, man? Huh? Because that's what you're doing now. We here having a adult, grown-up conversation. That's the part that bothered you, bitch. You think you slick, you little roach. You think you slick. That's the part that got you worked up. And now you want to give me a piece of your mind. Sis, you know she lying. Because anybody, right? That's a reflection of their low self-esteem. Anybody who had a great mom, so awesome moms, and an awesome dad, and they run across this channel, they are rolling. They're going to look at this as pure entertainment and comedy, and they're going to sit there and be so intrigued because they don't relate to what I'm saying, but the way I'm delivering it is so relatable. Only people going to give you pushback is people that's benefiting from the lie. You know what I mean? Booby. Booby, go on, girl. Booby, you like bums? You like bums, ma? If you like bums, just say that, ma. Just say that, Booby. You like bums? Just say that, Booby. You know what I mean? I'm awful. I'm awful, but Booby not awful. Booby running around here with all manipulated information in her Holy Spirit. Only thing in my Holy Spirit is the truth. Only thing you will ever hear Mr. Goodbread state is facts. So you can fight with that. You know what I mean? You can fight with that. You could be a stay-at-home mom. You could be a stay-at-home mom all you want. Why are you on the internet? Why are you not watching your kids? Why are you not watching your kids? Huh, man? Why are you on the internet? You're a stay-at-home mom. So all you're telling me is you have no idea of what's going on out here in the real world. So you a fool. You a fool. What's gonna happen when he cheat on you, man? Huh? What's gonna happen when he cheat on you, man? And you got to go move on. You got to go move. You got no life skills. You don't know what the fuck going on out here in the real world, man. That's the sacrifice you made. You say, I risk learning life to just sit up here in the crib and get taken care of by a man. But we're in a technology era. We're no longer in the agriculture or industrial era where families matter. Families don't even matter, man. Back in those days, they got into families for survival, man. So what you want to tell us? You need to survive, right? You couldn't survive on your own if you tried, right? That's what you want to tell us, but you wouldn't come out with it. You wouldn't come out with it. You just share us a piece of it and a piece of it, but that's what you just told us. So your parent wasn't able, your awesome moms and your great dad wasn't able to instill genuine self-esteem in you, right? Dummy.
You ran to your car with your purse and your wallet and locked your door and left me outside your house. Then when the police came, that's when I went in there and got my stuff. So how I steal your wallet when the police were there with me too? It don't make sense. Something like it ain't adding up. Police were right there. My bags was at the door.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, like I say, it didn't strike me as the energy that you necessarily had. You know, when I was on the phone. Of course, I just woke up from a nap, right? So y'all just definitely just, you know, woke me up. But it's no worries. I had a decent nap. And so the long and short of it, though, man, is that, you know, she was saying basically a much different version of things than what you're saying.
What she was saying?
So what she was saying that apparently, I guess you guys was talking about me all night, and that you had blocked me from her phone on Facebook, and that, you know, I guess all of the various rumors and different things like that that's out there about me had kind of, you know, I guess, you know, that's what y'all was talking about.
Marky, the only time I said something to you about her, remember I texted you yesterday, and she told me to text you that. That was her saying. That wasn't me saying that shit. She was telling me to text you and tell you whatever I text you in that message, what you read, that came from her mouth. That didn't come from my mouth. And I never ever touched her phone. I never even seen her. I only been up with her. Like, no, I ain't even been up 24 hours like you said, bro. I never had a chance to get her phone, bro.
Well, I mean, one of the things I'm gonna ask her is why would he have been using your phone? Like, he got his own phone.
It's like I got 4 phones. I got 3 Androids and 1 iPhone, bro.
Yo, these homeless niggas stay with some shit, boy. These niggas stay with everything. Niggas say, I got 4 phones. How you got 4 phones and not a house? Nothing. Poverty's twisted, boy. Priorities be twisted.
All I need is Wi-Fi for the iPhone. What I need her phone for, bro? She got 2 iPhones, bro. You think 2 iPhone 14s? You think she really finna let me use her? I never use her phone, my nigga. On God, bro. She sent her a line. Now she lying about the wallet. Now she lying, say I blocked you from her account. Like I ain't know she was.
Between me and you, you know that's a little bit far fetched, right? So,
okay.
I mean, I didn't necessarily believe it when she said it, but I like to let people express themselves.
Yeah, bro.
And so,
he ain't did nothing to me, bro, for me to be envy towards you, my nigga. You helped me out, bro. Now I mean, she in her feelings at you. She the one who in her feelings at you, saying that motherfucker got me fucked up. Whoop the whoop. He ain't post my cash out, but he posting all these other motherfuckers' cash out on the video. He put his shit up there instead of putting mine. This and that.
I haven't posted y'all's videos yet, though.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't even seen the video, so she tripping. She the one who mad at you. She the one who envying you. She the one who saying she don't like you. She the one who saying that shit, bro. That's her. I never ever said nothing bad about you, my nigga. Never, bro. I ain't never said nothing bad about you, bro. She lying, bro. About the wallet.
Pretty wild accusations out. She was saying that you was gonna try to have me robbed and all type of stuff.
Man, that girl, no, bro, man. That shit, no, bro. I'm lost, bro. I'm at you raw. You seen the whole idea of everything that was going on, bro. She hallucinating. You said I was yelling. You say you don't hear no yelling. She still say I'm yelling, so she finna call the police because I'm yelling. Like,
I told y'all they going far past delusional. They've been delusional since 2010. They are far past delusion, heading into hallucination, guys. They're starting to hallucinate, bro, because they are mad that we do not want that shit sandwich. These women, our sisters, have turned themselves into a shit sandwich, bro. A shit burger. And with lettuce and tomatoes. And they put it on the nicest, fanciest plate. And then they put it in front of the black man with sense. And we be like, get the fuck out of here with that. And they get mad at us. Were you gay? You gay? You don't like girls? No, I don't eat shit sandwiches, man. That's all.
She crazy, bro. She weird.
I mean, I'll definitely say this, right? I was 100% on the phone when she was saying that you was yelling and, you know, you wasn't yelling. So
exactly. So that brought out to tell you, my nigga, she hallucinating, bro. Everything she's saying about the rob you part, the wallet, then her phone. I blocked you from social media off her phone. I don't even know her password, so I know that's a lie.
So because the one thing that she didn't mention was the sex.
So she didn't tell you that exactly. Right. She lied.
So she tried to skirt around that. And basically she tried to act like that? Well, no, but she was basically saying that she was basically trying to explain why you had got kicked out of her room and why that's what had made the situation turn sour. And her explanation was that basically, you know, y'all had been talking about me and blocked. You had, you know, said that you was gonna rob me and did all this stuff, and so that had made her nervous. And that's what she decided.
So she put me out her room. Take this out, Marky. Now look, I'm gonna tell you where you catch her lie at. You put me out your room because you feel you scared. Why you ain't call the police then? Why you put me out your room? Put me in the other room.
Look, let me catch this real quick, man.
Okay.
All right. All right. Hey.
Yes.
Did you find your wallet?
Yes. He took stuff out of it.
No, it was saying she found the wallet, but he took something out of it. No, ma'am. No. one lie take any black man down, because it's already in the majority of black women to sit there and believe some fuck shit about a man. One lie, and it's over for you. Remember that, including the mother that raised you, including the woman that raised you. One lie, because it already be in them, bro.
Only took about $12, and he went through my cards or whatever, but it was only like, I don't even know if it was $12, and I'm not gonna waste the police time over $12.
I hear that.
Guys, incredible. We got to do a part 2 to that. I ain't trying to do no longer than 3 hours and 20 minutes ever on YouTube, but we'll do a part 2 because there's way more to that story. It's way more to the story, but this is proof, bro. They like bums. They like men that they're able to control. They ain't looking for no good man. They ain't out here looking for no good man. They're looking for a remote controllable dummy. That's what they're looking for. If you a remote controllable nigga, they'll fuck with you because they want them controls, bro. They got to have the control. You know what I mean? And that's due to the fact they never poured into them. So they have a very low self-esteem. Everything bothers them. So they got to get with a nigga that they can manipulate so that they could change them to appease their feelings. So this is why you can't get with a sister and be your organic self. You can't, because it'll bother them. They need you to be who pleases their feelings. And if their feelings is weak and they have done no work on themselves, then they need you to be a yes man. They need you to put them on your pedestal. And us God-fearing men, us men with sense, we know you ain't never getting up there, bitch. That go for God. That spot is reserved for God and my purpose. So you'll never, ever, ever, ever get on my pedestal, man. And if you don't understand that logic, that's your business. And it's your job to go fix that. We don't got to fix that for you. I ain't got to sit here and explain it to you. All I got to do is leave you right there. Leave you be. How grandma used to tell, leave them be. Leave them be. And that's what we finna do. That's what we do over here. We don't talk about violating. We don't talk about disrespecting the sisters. We talk about leaving them alone. And we going to use y'all as some entertainment. Because if we could save and rescue any of the young kids from Gen Z, 27 and below, you know what I mean? That's what we going to do. Because it's not too late for them. It may be too late for you. Because, you know, the longer that stupid information sit on your Holy Spirit, the harder it is going to be to get rid of it. So that's why some of y'all just destined to be stupid for the rest of your life. And you're going to do nothing about it but sit there and deflect. Choice is yours. You know what I mean? But in any event, guys, work on yourself. Be on your purpose. Guys, we got 4 basics. If we cover all 4 of our basics, we'll never, ever have to worry about being in a position like this, bro. We'll never have to be in this position. This is not a cute position to be in, bro. Not a cute position to be in. And remember, for us guys, it ain't about looks. It ain't about looks. I'm not the prettiest tool in the box, but best believe I'm the realest. And being that got me the realest female. I found the virtuous woman because of my truth and my belief in God. So you can do it too, bro. It's not exclusive. It's not exclusive to just me, guys. You know what I mean? It's not exclusive. If you want to help me, you got to build something. You got to create something. God don't give out his helpmeets to niggas that's just sitting there trying to do the least. You got to do the most. He only giving his helpmeets out to fellas who do the most. All right? Any one of y'all trying to skate on by, y'all going to end up with one of these bald head roaches that need a sponsor. See, they ain't help me in shit. They need a nigga to sponsor them. And if you ain't building nothing, then you a sponsor. And get one of them, all right? Leave the good girls alone. Leave the sisters with sense alone. Sisters with sense. Please start calling out the dumb, ratchet, bald head ones. Please stop letting them hide behind you because y'all share coochie. That's the only thing y'all have in common. Y'all have coochie. Even how y'all handle y'all coochie is different. So stop letting them hide behind y'all with this woman shit, this cold sister code shit. They making y'all look bad. And the guys, I'm a guy, I'm a brother with some sense. You see the dudes in the chat with the wrenches, they some dudes with some sense. It's not a lot of us with sense. So the dudes with sense is done. We ain't fitting to fool with you. We gonna let y'all deal with your brothers, your little brothers, because y'all act just alike. Y'all raised by the same person. So we gonna leave y'all for y'all little brothers, and that's gonna be that. You know what I mean? But Sisters with Sense, call these raggedy ones out. Call the real brothers need y'all. We gonna need y'all, sisters. I told y'all I need 10% more of my sisters. Right now, it's 20% of real ones in our community. 10% of them is taken. I need 10 more percent of real women. That'll get us to 30% of real women. Fuck the 70% of bald head dummies. You know what I mean? But we just need 30%, and then we gonna go. We gonna go at the elite. We gonna go at the establishment. But I'm not. Mr. Goodbread, your brother, I'm not going after the establishment. I'm not even paying them no mind until I get my sisters correct. Because I'd be damned if I sit over there and go at the establishment and actually win something, bring it back to the black community, and you black bald head bitches take it and do what y'all do with it. I'm going to be upset. So no, no, I'm no dummy. All right, y'all, but it's been real. Always real, y'all. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Remember, today is Sunday. None of us is Jesus Christ himself. So we don't got to rest. Rest on Thursday. Get to work. Start your week today so that you can lighten the load, all right? I don't want to hear you complaining on Tuesday. Oh, if you start your week on Sunday, knock everything. Prepare your week on Sunday. The rest of the week will be much easier. Try that. Try that. It's time to start doing different things. I get it. I've been doing it this way all my life, and you've been wrong, getting nothing. So let's try some new stuff, guys. Get rid of them old beliefs, and let's try some new things. Let's get into some new habits, set some new patterns, and let's get new blessings, guys. All right? It's been real, y'all. Love y'all. Do y'all thing, B.
Accompanied by Ross Man from Harlem, New York, weighing in at 215 pounds, GMG Big Money.
Oh, I can't wait to see this one. These two have been waiting for this one for quite some time, and to be honest, so have I.
How many baby fathers do you got? Answer me that.
Mr. Goodbread. I want to come to America. What do I have to do? I love holes. I love the holes. I love the holes, Mr. Goodbread.
Don't be a stepdad. They get no fucking respect. Don't be a fucking stepdad, I'm telling you.